How do I sound?
You sound perfectly fine. No, you
Fine.
sound perfectly fine through mine.
Okay. Yeah. I got this blue snowball.
Yeah, no, I seen it. Yeah, I've been wondering like if or when you're ever gonna upgrade.
I was waiting for the Wave 3 to come back in stock, and it finally up. So, or I didn't show up. It finally shipped
Oh,
back in
nice.
stock. So I'm excited, man. Game changer. Sucks. $50 mic, man. Get what you
Yeah,
pay for.
yeah. I mean, I from all the research I've done, I've seen like around $100 is about the max quality you're gonna get out of a mic. After that, it's just the software that you run on it, or
Yeah.
like if you have like an XLR type of board or whatever. Yeah, you're not really gonna like exceed it, but
Yeah. The Wave 3, the one software.
that's the only thing I wish I had.
I mean, I don't know if you know. Do you know Harris Heller?
Yeah, Harris. Yeah,
Yeah,
I watch his stuff
he
like
raves about it.
religiously.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he helped design part of the software
yeah. My
parts
girlfriend's
of
like
it.
obsessed with him. We love watching him. I'm in his Discord and everything too. Like,
Nice.
no, he's got a lot of information. He's really down to earth too.
Yeah, he's very transparent.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, no. So what's the next big thing, man? You about to hit the partnership? I've been seeing the viewage,
We'll see,
man.
man. We'll see. Depends on how they feel about my channel. I'm still
Yeah.
hoping my name. See how some people not
Oh, yeah,
Dorito
possibly.
being in the name, but I'm getting it trade.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely want to take care of all that stuff for sure. What'll you find like any new main types of games? I know I was playing Call of Duty the other day, and I was streaming, and my chat was just like they were like hustling me to like try to message you and play with you. Yeah, well, for one, we both appear offline, so we don't get destroyed with like
Yeah,
messages. So, and two, I know that like when you're streaming on Warzone, you're just like racking in like the queues of people, like just rotating numerous amounts of people out.
yeah,
So
yeah. But
I had
I
to art.
usually try to have like one at least playing with me. I feel like having
Yeah.
somebody that you know keeps it less awkward. You know what I mean? Because if you're talking
And
to
so
like people you just met,
instead
kind
of
of different.
literally like every 15 minutes, it's just a new group of people.
Yeah,
Like every 15 minutes, it's like moving to a new like location every 15 minutes. Like,
yeah. And I mean, there's days where I want to just like kind of go out a friend, and if
yeah,
I
dude,
play,
that's the hardest thing. Yeah.
yeah, if I play search or something, then okay, we got a couple spots, you know.
That's why I've been enjoying playing EFT so much is like not that like it's kind of like I just get to like do it like on my own a little bit, or like with a friend.
Yeah, I would
Kind of like
definitely.
the roots of like why you like to game.
Yeah, the issue with me in that game is I'm literally like level 3 or 4 still because I haven't really played it much except for like once or twice since the wipe. So if I were
Oh
to get into
man.
that right now, it would be like, it'd be like a college kid and a kindergartner running around together trying to.
Oh man, you'd be good though. Like you'd be fine. I just got my friend MK in that I used to play with all the time, and he just we started him out at level 3 last week, I think, and we're on like day 8 right now, and he's like a level 16 as of last night.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be down to run with you guys.
Yeah, dude, I'd be down 100%. I'm just so addicted. The best thing I just tell anybody, like at any point, is just like, well, you've already played it, so like any new players, just play it on your own, just a little bit to understand it,
Yeah.
because nobody wants to like hop in the game and like be completely clueless, because then you're just guaranteed to pretty much just both die. Like
Yeah. I'm not completely clueless. It's just I haven't played it
played in
too
so
much in the
long.
near like
Yeah,
in the recent past. I got
yeah.
to get back
I'm
into
getting
it.
I'm getting mad excited for it. I haven't played Call of Duty in forever. I actually tried the other day. I was like, dude, like I'm gonna play Call of Duty. So we like we started the stream, got on Call of Duty, and we tried 4 matches in a row and it crashed every time. Like with that new glitch or whatever that's going on. I don't even know what it is, but
Lots of bugs.
yeah, and I was just like, back to EFT.
Really?
But I've
I've been
been
playing a lot of Rainbow Six. Like,
Yeah, I was just about to say. I've been seeing you play a lot of Siege. I've been wanting to get into Siege, but since I came from Xbox, they didn't like I don't get to keep anything. Like Ubisoft, you have to sign up for an online Ubisoft account, but it doesn't save any of your Ubisoft info.
yeah, it's all right. I did that too. I had to go through that.
Oh,
I was close to level I think 40 or 50 on Xbox, and then you gotta grind out the levels, man. It's it
I know.
fun.
That's the only thing keeping me from getting it because I think I was like 170, 172. And I had like every game pass. I had like a bunch of extra skins and stuff. And I'm just like, man, square one. And I spent like 400 or 500 hours in this game. I'm just like, oh,
I feel it. Yeah, no,
it's such a good game though.
it is, man. I missed it a lot. Glad that people watch me play.
Dude, that's the best thing.
I'm okay at it. I have my moments. Biggest thing holding me back, I think, is they've changed the maps a lot since I played it, as much as I did, you
Yeah,
know. So there's a lot of call outs and stuff I gotta get back into. You know?
that's what I'm trying to do right now. That's why it was either Siege or EFT for me. Because I've just been like really missing that hardcore feel and like a shooter, that grindy feeling. And like Siege, or like with EFT, I'll just sit here and like read stuff on the internet like all night. Like, where's this? What's that? Like, it takes me back to like childhood. Like, if you ever played like Zelda or something when you were a kid and you like popped open like the Game Informer, you're like, oh, like how do I do this? Like, you actually have to research and put time into it and understand it.
Yeah, there's learning curves for sure. I thought about talked to another streamer. He had me on his podcast for a charity
Yeah.
he was doing. And he said that he played it one time, and what he did was he got a heart rate monitor, so you could see his heart rate the
Oh,
whole
that'd be
time.
amazing.
Yeah,
On
that sounds
Siege?
cool. No, on
On
EFT.
EFT? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, dude. EFT literally takes my breath away. Like,
Uh,
you'll just like it's just dead silence, and then you just like somebody just you just get disintegrated from nowhere, and it's scary. It's so scary, dude. I yell at least like once or twice a session. Like, funniest thing happened last week. Like, chat had me doing push-ups and stuff, and I'm like laying in a bush, and they're yelling at me. I'm like, I try to like, oh, let me finish the match yet. Like, you don't understand the seriousness of this game. Let me finish the match, and they're yelling at me to do push-ups in the middle of it. So I'm like, all right, let me find a bush. I go find a bush. I start doing the push-ups that they want and whatnot, and literally like a person runs up behind me and starts like talking, and I'm like on the other side of my room like doing push-ups, dude. I like jumped up, sprinted over to like my PC, and and I killed him though. It was so funny though.
I've been I checked out some of your TikToks, man. When I decided I wanted to reach out. You got a pretty nice setup, dude. Looks clean.
Yeah, I've been wanting something forever. Like, I've always wanted a gaming PC. My little brother pushed me into finally getting it, and and so did my girlfriend. She actually, like, when I got out of the military, like as a gift, she was like, well, like, you've always wanted a PC, you've always wanted to try like streaming. She's like, how about like I go like halvesies on with you? And I was still like very apprehensive, but she just kept pushing me to like do it. So finally I was like, all right, let's do it. And then it was one of those things where it's like you started like getting the pieces together and you've seen how nice it was. And it's like, well, I can't cheap out on this now because of this. Like, but I mean, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely, I've always been apprehensive about owning a PC for my whole life, and having one now like definitely changes the ball game for me. Like, I think now, like, dang, like the level of enjoyment and interaction and like work I get done in school and gaming and editing stuff that I get done on this, I just think like how did I never have something like this before, or never like really push myself for it.
Yeah, PCs are good for a lot of things. Yeah, once I switched, I really look back at all.
Yeah, there's no way. I had
Baby.
my laptop and everything, and I was like, well, I don't know if I want to, you know.
I had a gaming laptop for deployments. My
Oh
girlfriend uses that
man.
now. Oh,
Those are the days, dude. Oh my gosh. I probably spent like, oh, how long? I would say probably like 7 or 8 months. Yeah, probably around 8 months, like away out to sea, like in my like 5 years. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I think I think it was the worst thing ever, bro.
yeah. I was on a boat for the first
I didn't
almost
enjoy
year
it.
and a half. I was on a 210 out of
Yeah,
Washington State, and so we had to go through the Oregon, like down the Oregon coast every time we went down south for drug patrols. We did counter narcotics,
yeah.
and that Oregon coast, man, it was just so awful. The roughest seas on the west coast.
I mean, I
Terrible.
was on a carrier, so my ship was
Yeah, you probably never
20,
really felt anything.
26 stories tall, 1,440 feet long. But I'll tell you what, right now, I've got the seasick many times.
Yeah, man. That the boat that I was on, it was we got shook, shook around like a bath toy. I don't know how else to describe it, man. Pretty
Yeah, we're
awful.
out in the middle of the Atlantic one time, and there was like two waterspout tornadoes, and we're in like probably 50, 60 foot like swells. And I was like, I just remember like yesterday, I'm like laying on the floor, like holding my stomach, like ready to vomit for like 12 hours straight. Like it
I've
was absolutely horrible.
seen a lot of puke.
Oh yeah. The best way I can like describe it though is like 100%. Like I love being in the military. It's like as funny as it sounds, it's like almost like being in high school still. Like everybody jokes, like you have your work, you do your job, but everybody's just like joking around and making fun of each other, and you're playing sports and working out at the same time and go to the gym, and you know you have this higher authority and telling you, like teaching you, learning you. So it just felt like an extension from school, because I went in like the moment I graduated from school, I went into the military like a few weeks after. So it was I really enjoyed it, but just as far as like my experience is like it's just they don't really, you know, you don't get that level of care that you expect per se, you know, or that respect from others. And there's so many times where like you just feel like belittled, or like you just ask yourself like why am I doing this? Like why am I spending 2 months away from my home right now?
Yeah, I feel.
And it just like makes you question a lot of stuff.
Luckily, once I joined aviation, my deployments were a lot shorter.
A lot shorter, yeah.
I did like 2 to 4 week deployments.
Oh yeah, that would
And
have
I
been nice.
deployments, they call them deployments, but they sent us down to LA because the air station closed there.
Yeah,
So they just sent us down there for 2 to 4 weeks. So I was stationed in San Francisco.
yeah,
So those weren't too bad.
yeah. Being locked on a giant boat, man, I was not about it. Like you know that what's that movie with where they're like trapped on a boat, and and it's like a prison on a boat, and then I'm trying to, it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger and someone else. Uh, they're literally trapped on a boat, like it's a high security, like,
It's a
and
boat. I think I know what you're
it's like
talking
a
about. Escape
yeah, it's like
plan.
a I think that might be it. And
I
they
didn't
go
know
to
they were on.
escape, and they get to the top, and it's like they're like out in the middle of water on a boat, and that's just like how I felt every day.
I
Like
don't
every
remember
day,
that.
dude. I wouldn't see sun for like 2 weeks straight, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, bro. Like I was just down in the pits, or like just working, like pulling motors out and stuff, just nonstop, like 16-hour days, and it was horrible.
How many people were on that aircraft carrier?
Um,
These are like mobile cities,
ours was
right?
around like, yeah, ours was upwards up to like 3,000.
We had like 90 on
Yeah,
my boat.
yeah, I would have much rather been on a smaller boat, man. Like I would go to like eat, and it would take me like 2 hours to get food sometimes. It was like it was absolutely horrible. And then like we're trying to sleep, and like all like the galley, and like we're all the galley's like the food in the cafeteria per se is like directly above us. So all you hear all night is just like pots and pans and trays, and like giant dishwashers running all night. Like
Yeah. Did you
yeah,
ever
it
have
was
to do any mess cooking?
I was in
That's
engineering, luckily. Like
yeah.
luckily enough, I was in engineering. I didn't have to do like any of that like horrible work like that stuff.
So I was a decky, and
Oh,
they always had one person from engineering and then two deckies as mess cooks, and we kind of like rotate. Like one person would do like mid shift, so they're like up really late and they get to sleep in the morning and stuff like that. Yeah, man. There was one time where we were in high seas and we were literally just taking turns, me and one of the engineers, like taking dishes out of the one of those big ass industrial dishwashers,
yeah.
throwing up into like a trash can, putting more dishes into there, and then like I'd sit down and then he'd like go put the dishes away and then sit down like
Oh
throw
my
up. We were just it
gosh,
was.
dude.
I remember we
I
woke up the next morning and there was dishes all over the floor in the kitchen, like because they got rocked about so much,
Oh, yeah, dude.
like boot
Yeah.
prints on them and stuff.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I used to have to load myself up with, like, Dramamine or whatever it is that, like, helps you, like, not feel nauseous when you, like, go
The,
under.
even the non-drowsy stuff always made me so freaking tired
Oh, yeah, definitely, 100%.
to that. It helps. So are you into, besides video games, are you into movies and TV or anything? I'm super
Oh,
into
dude,
TV.
I absolutely love movies and TV.
Really?
Like,
Awesome,
I
dude.
just, like, I'm more like, I'm sure you've been at that point. You're at that point where you're, like, just waiting and just, like, hawk-eyeing for a new, like, movie or show to come out, and you're just like, "Please
I'm waiting
hurry."
for new
Like,
movies. There's plenty of shows for me and my girlfriend to
yeah,
watch, but I want to
we've been
see
trying to.
Tenet.
Oh, yeah, so I had some guys in my chat, and, I have a guy from England that's always in there that went to see it, and he said it was great. He 100% recommend he said he was going to see it with his dad, and he messaged me, like, later that night, and he said it was an awesome movie. Like, he said he, like, 100% recommended it, which I'm happy because I need to see new movies, man. I haven't seen movies in forever.
Uh, are the movie theaters not open?
I think they opened, like, the Regal or something like that, but there's, like, not anything, like, crazy, like, good out right now because everything's, like, delayed or being pushed around, like, movie-wise.
Yeah, we're just like waiting for them to announce up here, but it's
Yeah, we just
LA,
started.
so
Oh,
California's super
yeah.
about everything.
We just started watching the season 2 of, like, The Boys or whatever.
Oh yeah, I'm meaning to get my girlfriend into that. We're still finishing Umbrella Academy season 2.
Oh, I need to watch it so bad. My girlfriend's, like, in the meantime of me, like, streaming or playing games, she's watching, like, season 1 in the back, like, on her gaming
Yeah.
PC, and I'm just, like, waiting for her to finish it, so we started watching The Boys instead, season 2, and it's just, like, that show is absolutely insane. Like, they don't care at all. That show is, like, last night, I watched a part where they, like, just obliterated a whale into, like, a million pieces, and it was just, like, the most gruesome thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude, there's little things in that show that crack me up. I watched it back when like all the gyms were open and stuff. I do jujitsu,
Yeah.
and one of the instructors is uh, he used to be a comedian. Like he's like friends with like Joe Rogan and all, like that group of
Yeah.
people. And then he stopped doing that to pursue like jujitsu full time, And so he kept talking about that show, and he's like, "You gotta watch it, man." So I watched it, and just me and him joking around about that show. There's so many little things, like when
Oh, that's
sorry, what were you gonna say?
no, no, you finished.
There's the one, I can't remember the guy's name, the guy who could talk to fish. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, that dude's so weird.
Dude, when he was trying to get that dolphin, like escape with that dolphin, and then he wrecked
He
and the dolphin flew
Yeah.
out, got ran over.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty much what happened with that, like, that well scenario that
Oh,
I told
don't
you last
spoil
night.
it. Don't spoil it.
Yeah, no, it's not a spoiler, it's just, like, absolutely wild, dude. I think I'm on, like, episode, like, 4 or 5 right now.
Okay. Yeah,
What other
no.
what oth what other TV shows do you guys watch right now?
So my girlfriend finally she binged watched all of Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, I was just waiting for her to watch that last season.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but I don't know what she's watching now. She watches all kinds of stuff. I've been super busy. So I haven't had
Yeah.
time to sit down. Um, we got the little guy running around, so we've been introducing him to some movies. Like last night we watched the first Transformers, best one.
Oh, that's the yeah. First one and the second one were amazing. After that, it was kinda just like, yeah.
I like the first three, and then the new Bumblebee one was pretty decent. I just went once Mark Wahlberg showed up, those two movies just felt so late. Just didn't really stuff.
You
hitting
don't
each
like
other.
Marky Mark?
I like Marky Mark. I just think that
Okay.
those movies were
Yeah,
just
no, I
lazy
agree.
cash
They kind of
grabs.
like they used them. Yeah, they used them as like a cash cap, like kind of like a screen front for like to kind of like belittle everything else in the background and not have to like go into it too much.
Just felt like the
Mark Wahlberg's cool, man. We actually had him come to my ship. Uh, it was absolutely wild. He's a super, super, super humble guy. He's really
yeah
cool.
yeah no I definitely um what movies are you upset that got delayed?
Oh man, what was it? I would have to let me. I'm about to pull it up right now. There was like 2 or 3 movies I was looking forward to seeing. I also want to start watching the new Shameless, as messed up as it is.
Yeah, they didn't lose me, but I feel like since they like all
The
the
last season, not the brand new one, but the last one kind of had me
yeah
like I kind of had to force myself to finish it.
I feel like 1 or 2 seasons ago kind of like all right like gonna cancel one more done.
I don't know if this is their last season. I haven't started watching it yet.
I
I
could see
started
them
watching.
I could see them just that was the last.
Yeah, I mean it kind of feels time like it should be. Oh, the new Wonder Woman did get delayed too. Yeah,
Yeah.
uh, Black
Um.
Widow
The
and
James.
Games being delayed is horrible too.
Yeah, I feel like they haven't gotten affected too bad. Not as bad as the movies.
Oh yeah, like they delayed Cyberpunk twice, and I just like wanted to cry.
I think they would have delayed that no matter what. They're.
I know,
I'm
but I
cool.
like to think deep down in my heart that they wouldn't.
I think they just said that they're in the final stretch right now.
I hope so. I think it's like a November 11th now or whatnot.
Yeah, something like
All right,
that.
this is how you tell about a real movie person. What's your favorite movies?
Uh, recently, because that might change all the time. I really liked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I
Uh,
actually can't watch that. I don't have the patience to watch it.
dude, I loved it, man.
I need to like I love the actors in there, but I just like every time I start watching,
Yeah,
I like
I
lose
love
patience.
LA.
It's such a story.
I love LA. So like just them driving around LA, for me. Um, yeah, no, I really liked that. It's not for everybody. I get that. I feel like Tarantino was definitely making that more for himself than the average moviegoer.
Doesn't he
So,
usually though?
I no, I don't think so. I feel
No.
like Django, Glorious Bastards, like those types of movies. He was telling stories.
Inglourious Basterds was in a phenomenal movie.
So I like Inglorious Bastards, but I just can't really get into the whole subplot with what's her face. Like I get why she's important, but I feel like they focus too much on her. I wanted to see more of them hunting Nazis
Yeah,
and stuff.
that's also true.
But
Yeah,
the
no.
tension in that movie.
Oh, it was yeah, it was crazy. One movie I wanted to see that I actually didn't end up watching because I heard like bad things about it. Is that movie called New Mutants?
Yeah, I heard it's nothing special. But I'm sure. I mean, they delayed it so many times, man.
Yeah, I was upset about that when I heard, like it finally came out and like I heard that it wasn't that good. I was like, what? Like, what do I have to look forward to now?
Yeah, well, I mean, they talked about doing reshoots and stuff on it, and I don't know. Nobody knows if they ever happened or not because it was
Yeah,
right when the Fox Disney, so they don't really know what got redone and what didn't. But I heard it's okay. I heard
yeah.
I heard the last X Men.
The Phoenix.
I heard that one was bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That one's no bueno.
Apocalypse was okay. I really liked. I think Days of Future Past is the best X Men movie.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
Is that I just felt like they didn't really spend any time like trying to introduce characters. They were just like, all right, you know who these people are, and
Yeah.
into it.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
I'm what I'm about to throw it out here. Ready? I Am Legend. I think is one of the best movies ever made.
Okay, yeah, that's a good
Not,
one.
not maybe not ever made, but it's definitely like probably it's in my top like 10.
I think the ending was kind of eh.
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for I Am Legend 2 still.
It's never gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's
It's
not gonna
got
happen, man.
to.
I doubt
It's
it.
got to.
Will Smith is super picky about the movies.
Oh, I know. Like when he was trying to do Suicide Squad. Do you hear about like what happened there?
I didn't hear exactly what happened. I just not in the news.
Yeah, well, the first Suicide Squad, he like almost walked off and just like said he wasn't gonna do it because they weren't gonna put him as like the main like top paid actor.
Who are they? Who are they gonna put as the top paid actor instead?
I can't remember, but I remember there's like a bunch of controversy about
Ooh,
it.
you know what? I wonder if it was Robbie,
Yeah,
Margot
maybe.
Robbie. Maybe she was supposed to be top paid. I mean,
That was
I could
my
see it
thought, but
because that movie. I don't think the movie would have been as good as it was.
oh no, she's absolutely crazy.
And I mean, that's saying something because that movie was it was a mess.
It was all over the place. It kind of like it seemed like they were kind of forcing it. Like they were just trying to like
Yeah,
shove a bunch of like stuff in there like
yeah.
as quick as they could.
Like it was entertaining, but it's just the like the
Yeah, exactly.
uh, I was excited for it too because the guy who made it, he did Fury. I love
Oh,
that movie.
Fury. I was actually gonna bring that up earlier. The Fury with Brad Pitt or whatever.
Yeah, it's a great
When
movie.
when you brought up Inglourious Bastards, I was gonna bring it up.
Yeah, yeah. No, Fury's a really good one.
They're
I
supposed
saw
to
that.
come out. Oh, my bad.
Go ahead. You're fine. I was.
Oh, they're supposed. Have you ever read the book Dune
So
or heard
I
about
have
it?
not. I don't really know much about it. I seeing pictures of them filming it and stuff. I just think Mad Max or something. Like I don't know.
Kind of, yeah. I'm excited for it to come out. I think it'll be a good movie. It's probably it should be like kind of like hopefully they give it the vibe like a Hunger Games or kind of vibe or whatever, like that
Yeah.
dystopian like kind of movie. It should be like that. But the books, I mean, the
What is
author of
it?
the books
What's
is
it about? A quick
uh
synopsis. Like a
it's
base.
like I read a little bit of the book, but basically like it's like a noble family on the planet and they're basically like entrusted and they have to like protect the planet along with like the valuable like assets.
Hmm.
Like it's like the
Okay.
planet they have like one of the most like vital like elements like in the world or whatever and they have to like basically fight for the death to protect it.
And okay. I got you.
The only thing I'm worried about though is I think they might be putting what's his name in it? Like Batista, I think. I can't remember his actual name.
I could see that. Dude, I don't know. Have you seen Blade Runner 2049?
Yes.
Dude, I thought Batista was excellent in that. His little
No,
part, like he did.
he's actually been
Yeah,
doing really well. Like his like earlier movies were kind of like but his movies are getting like better every time for sure. But I
yeah,
think Jason Momoa is going to be in the movie too,
yeah.
which is good.
That's cool.
So that I'm like pumped for it. I think it's going to be a really good movie as long as they like execute it well. I think it'll
I'll
be
see it no
one of
matter
the best.
what because of the director, E. Villeneuve. I mean, he
Uh,
hasn't made a bad movie.
I'll see it because of Jason Momoa.
Uh, so Denis Villeneuve made Sicario, the first Sicario.
Sicario. I watched the first Sicario. I haven't seen number two though.
Second one was actually pretty decent. I was worried, but no, I feel like for a new director who hadn't really made too much, step in and make a sequel. I think they
Yeah,
did the best they could.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, they're supposed to make a third one. It's supposed to be a trilogy. So I'm really curious to see what happens with that. But I really like Sicario. What else did he? Hang on, let me look it up.
Yeah, no worries.
But like I said, Blade Runner, new one. I really liked it. Wasn't really into the old one. I respect the old one. Not favorite movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, for real. I be judging movies like mad hard off, like just because of IMDb.
What's your favorite movie? Some of your favorite.
So, like you were saying, I definitely like the first three Transformers. I think the first two are more so my favorite. I Am Legend. I don't know why, but like I Robot and I Am Legend, like when I was a kid and I seen them, it just like just grabbed me. And like that sci-fi and it just looks so good like for its time. I actually went back and watched iRobot I think it was a few weeks ago and it looks like almost like movies do nowadays and it blew my mind like the amount of like detail and CGI that they could put in it. But
Yeah. You're really into like action movies then, huh?
Oh, I love action
You
movies.
like the Bourne movies?
Jason Bourne was yeah, those movies were actually really good. Bourne Ultimatum. I
Yeah,
thought those were great
I
movies.
think the Bourne Ultimatum.
Ones I can't really get into that are kind of like a not a knockoff, but obviously like a twin of it is like Jack Reacher. Them ones are they're all right, but they don't feel like the I can't feel the seriousness in them.
Yeah, I feel you exactly.
Like
I don't know how else to describe it. I just can't take it
yeah, yeah,
serious.
they don't put that same like pumping like seriousness into it like
Like Mission
that Jason
Impossible,
Bourne does.
the new Mission Impossible, the one.
Yeah.
I think they just those
I
movies keep getting
I
better and
I don't
better.
like it.
You don't like
Oh, you
them,
like it? I don't
dude?
think I like the new one too much.
The way that they film the action scenes and the fact that Tom Cruise learned how to fly a helicopter just for the helicopter scenes and stuff, so that they could
Well, he's
film it.
absolutely
It's
insane.
yeah. I mean,
He's
it would
insane.
definitely wouldn't be what it is without him.
No, no.
They said they're
No,
filming
not at
part of the
all.
next one in space.
What?
Yeah, dude. They're saying he's gonna like
Dude,
film
they're
part of it in
absolutely
space or
crazy
something.
though, like,
Where do
I
you go
mean,
from
if
there
it
though?
I don't know.
There's nothing crazier than that. If you ask me.
Another planet, like,
Yeah.
what if they just did like a plot twist? Like, do you ever you see that movie, called Conehead?
I know what it is, but I've never seen it.
There's just, like, a plot twist where they're, like, fighting some, like, alternative, like, terrestrials. Just, like, a hardcore, like, just no one expected it.
So I pulled up Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah.
So the last thing he made was Blade Runner 2049. Okay, and that got 8 out of 10.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Arrival, which I thought it was decent. I wasn't
What's
like
that one about?
that's the one where the aliens come to the planet, and then so
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
they show up in those pods. You gotta like
Yeah, I was gonna
learn the
say the pot, like
language.
the like weird ovular,
Yeah, they look
like
like kind of like half an egg,
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was decent. I got a 7.9. Sicario, 7.6. Really? I feel like that's higher. That's a damn good movie.
Have you seen that
Prisoner,
new Prisoners was a good one.
8.1.
You seen that new movie they put out on Netflix called, like, Power or something like that? Project Power, I think it is.
Yeah, my mom told me about that one. She said she watched it and it was like a cool idea and everything. Just
Yeah, it was a
nothing
cool
special.
idea. Yeah.
It's weird to see what's his name? John. I can't the guy from Inception and
Oh, I know who
can't
you're
think of his
talking about. Let me pop it. I have it somewhere right here.
50-50.
Yeah.
He
See,
hasn't been in too much lately.
my biggest thing is I love movies, but just as far as actors' names go, I just can't remember. Just like people
Gotcha.
ask me all the time, like, "Oh, like, what's your favorite like music bands?" I'm like, I can sing you their songs, but I can't tell you." Like,
See, I can't always remember the names, but if somebody's like, "Oh, I feel like I've seen
oh,
that
you're
guy in
talking about
something."
Jamie Foxx?
No, not Jamie
No,
Foxx. Talking about the other guy. The
the other white guy with him,
yeah,
Joseph Levitt.
yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I haven't
hasn't been in
seen.
too much lately. Yeah.
No, yeah, actually, you're right.
How was he in it?
He was pretty good in it. I liked it. He was playing kind of like a street cop, like opposing like rules, but trying to get the job done, but for the safety of like his city kind of person.
I
He
really
did
like
pretty good.
I really liked him in
Look, I was actually just about to say, I just had it right here. I was about to say, Looper is a really good movie with him.
yeah, the ending of that one too was kind of meh, but I mean, it's really hard to wrap up a time travel movie without
Yeah, that one was all over the place. The I don't know, like Netflix, like they're doing some game changers. They're bringing in like actors, and it's just like their movies are like getting better and better by the year.
uh
Ever?
watch The Old Guard.
Oh, I love that one.
It was that I think that's
That
the best movie
movie
they made so far.
Yeah,
Netflix.
that movie was the best movie Netflix has made so far. It was phenomenal.
I feel like they just knew what it was. It
Yeah,
didn't take
and
itself
they
too seriously.
executed it so well. Like, it wasn't too serious. They didn't push it too much. Like, it didn't feel forced. Like, the movie flowed so well.
Yeah,
And
that
it was, like, the perfect amount of, like, time, like
I bet you the next one's gonna double the budget.
and then watch him, like, destroy the next one because they, like, try to put too much into it. I would oh, that'd be horrible.
See, it's I think it definitely be.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I feel like the best like movie and sequel budget change like that was probably Deadpool. First Deadpool had a tiny ass.
It's so weird. I can't get with Deadpool.
Really, dude, those movies are so awesome.
Yeah, it's so bad too, like, because there's such major movies, but out of, like, any, like, hero, superhero, whatever it may be, like, that movie, like, I just can't really get with because it's just, like, it kind of reminds me of, like, John Wick, right? Like, John Wick is insane. Keanu Reeves, an amazing actor, but, like, it just like, if you watch the new John Wick, it's just him killing people for an hour and a half straight, which is amazing, but it just gets kind of just, like, mind numbing.
Okay, so Deadpool, not liking Deadpool's. Here's my controversial idea. Um, Keanu Reeves is a good action stuntman type star guy,
Yeah.
but his acting, like as far as like dialogue, sucks ass, bro.
Oh,
I
it's
can't
so
stand it.
minimal, like,
It's
it's just
so
like
wooden.
I'm not saying it's so, like it's just like 1, 2, 3, like,
Like
this
like somebody will be like, so I guess you're working again, and he's just like, yeah. And it's just like,
yeah,
come
yeah,
on,
yeah.
dude. Like,
Like,
why
his
couldn't you just be
his
like, yep? You know what I mean? Like,
it's so linear and, like, perfectly, like, thought out, like,
yeah. Well, I'm
uh
back.
yeah. So, a movie that I think you will thoroughly enjoy, I feel like you haven't watched it. I don't think you have.
What?
And if you do, I think judging by it, I think you're gonna love it. This is actually definitely my top 5 favorite movies. I watched this underway with a bunch of my friends, like, before I got out. It's called Parasite.
Heard of it? Yeah, haven't watched it though.
Amazing movie. Like, I just pulled it up on IMDb, it's got an 8.5 out of 10, but it's just, like, the
So
movie's insane.
So I've heard really good things about it. It's foreign language, right? Like it's got
Yeah,
subtitles.
yeah, it's the first movie I've actually made myself read subtitles and watch, and it's top 5 favorite movies.
Is it like really suspenseful or tense or just a good
It's it's
story?
it's like the story's insane. There's a huge plot twist and mystery that just, like,
Okay.
you're like, "What?" And then it's a huge, like, thriller kinda movie because the whole time, like, with what's going on, like, it could just blow up in the face and just completely destroy, like, everything in a matter of seconds. But it's like there's, like, probably, like, 2 or 3 plot twists within, like, one main plot twist that happened, like, towards, like, the last half of the movie, and you're like it's just like bam, 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 like, just hits
Okay.
you, like, 3 times, and you're just like, "What?"
All right.
It's a
Yeah.
great movie.
I forgot about it. Definitely gotta watch it though.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I think you would really enjoy it.
are you big into like plot twist movies?
Yeah, I like plot twist movies too.
You like M Night Shyamalan? Made like The Sixth Sense and
Oh, The Sixth
Breakable.
Sense was a good one.
Um,
I haven't seen Sixth Sense in a while too, though, like, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
dude, I love whenever I find somebody because it's dude, I like there's not very many movies where I'm like, all right, I would pay. This might be a thing in the future, man. What if you could pay to forget seeing a movie and go experience it for the first time again? How crazy would that be?
Like some Men in Black, like Flash,
Yeah,
like, that'd be pretty cool though, not gonna lie.
like Inception. I would love to see that again for the first time. Um, Blade Runner. Yeah, if I could go back, I would watch Blade Runner. I would want to go see it with my girl. But I saw it alone. I was on a deployment, and they were on like cruise of 4 or 5. Everybody always went out drinking and stuff, and I was like not into it. So I would go see movies by myself just to kind of like get some alone time, you know.
That's me,
Uh,
man. I
that's
don't
one that
like
I
drinking
saw.
at all, I'm not for that, like, I've always been kinda, like, on the outside of everything, like, even with my, like, friends or whatever, drinking's just never really been my thing.
I did
My
some when
family
I.
has,
Go
like, a
ahead.
lot of issues, so
Gotcha.
like, my dad passed away in 2017 from, like, alcoholism, so
Oh, jeez.
yeah, it was crazy because he actually, like I remember the last, like, phone call, like, he was, like, talking to me and, like, we were upset with each other and angry and whatnot, and I just told him, I was like, "Well, like, I want you to be around for like your grandkids in the future, and I want you to be able to like enjoy it. But if you don't like quit like drinking like you do and this and that, like you can't be a part of it. Like I don't want you involved in it because you can't take care of yourself. And he was like, you know what, like I promise I'll quit, blah blah. Like hung up the phone. I used to call my dad like once a week,
Yeah.
and I was waiting, and that was on like a Friday, and then like I got a call Sunday night, or like no, it wasn't Sunday night. It was like it was like 4 or 5 days later. It was like a Wednesday or something. I was on the boat. I was on duty, and my brother was like losing his mind and stuff like that. And my dad like passed away. And the reason why he like passed away is he just cold turkeyed himself. He stopped smoking and like drinking like 100%, and it killed him.
I've heard that too. Like people that are they're like such alcoholics that quit that actually
Yeah, it's just absolutely insane.
like I don't. Can you explain like what exactly did it? Like was it
It was like
like the withdrawal?
pancreatitis. Yeah, they're like a withdrawal called like an issue with like his pancreas, and he went to sleep, and like he took like a nap in the afternoon. My brother went to go wake him up before I went to work, and he was just like wouldn't wake up. Yeah, it was the worst time of my life. But no, I
Um,
mean, I've tried my best to just at the end of the day, it's life, and I threw a party for him. As funny slash odd as that sounds, and I just try my best to like think of it as in like there's people that never get to know or meet their dads.
yeah,
Two, there's people whose dads pass away when they're extremely young, or you
walk out.
know,
Yeah,
yeah, or walk out. So me being able to spend 20 years, 21 years with my dad, as opposed to somebody who spent 0, 1, 10, etc., I'm nothing but happy with. Even he had his issues, but at the end of the day, I had the most support, and everything that I ever asked for or wanted, and I couldn't ask for anything different. So I feel no
that's
type of
good,
way
man.
about
Yeah,
it.
I definitely think best thing you focus on the positive, man.
Yeah, literally. Because if not, you're just gonna destroy yourself, and it just negates the it just doesn't make any sense, because that's not what the any person like that would want.
Yeah, I've had a
So,
couple viewers speak up and say time because it passed.
oh yeah,
I always tell them I'm like I'm sorry, like I hope that you're hanging in there, and I know that I haven't had it happen yet, but it's gonna happen some. Oh, all you
yeah.
could do is
There's literally no way.
cherish every moment.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, 100%.
Yeah, man. Well, let's move on to a happier topic.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry,
I was
man.
like, anyways, no, you're good.
Um, so what made you decide to get out of the military?
All right, dude, you're about to hear a funny story, man. So for one, I was sick of being like basically nonstop micromanaged, which is the military in a nutshell to begin with. Two, I was like, I got myself in the mindset of like I don't plan on making this a career and retiring, so I might as well get out now rather than 12 years from now. You know, because I'm sure you've heard it. Everybody that's in the military has heard it, is like, oh, like why would you get out at 12 years? You're literally over halfway to retirement and getting a paycheck the rest of your life. Why would you do it? So like I just got myself in the mindset of like, well, do I plan on doing 20? No. Why would I do 4 more, 12 more, 8 more? There's no reason. Like there's no reason to do in between. So I just told myself, I was like, at the end of my contract, I'm just gonna hop out and start my life and do, school, whatever it may be, because if not, all I'm doing is just delaying myself from progressing in like the civilian world. I do an extra 4 years to comfort myself in the military, and then I get out and I'm 4 years behind in my civilian life.
Yeah,
And also, I was like, I had watched one day, right? I was coming up on the end of my contract. I watched, I think I got like 3 hours of sleep. I was up for like 36 hours straight, like 8 hours on watch. It was like 6 hours off, and then like 8 hours on watch again. So it was absolutely horrible. So I go lay down and I sleep for like 3 hours from 5 in the morning till 8 in the morning, and breakfast closes like right at like 7:30, right? And I'm like, I wake up, I go up to my shop or whatever, and I'm walking through like the cafeteria, and there's some oatmeal, and I was like I'm literally starving. I haven't eaten in like 15 hours, and I was like, well, let me grab some oatmeal real quick, and I'll take it up there and start work. And I grabbed some oatmeal, and I like go to walk away with it, and there was like, she was like a E8 or whatever, and she was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "You can't have that. Like the like chow's like food was over like 30 minutes ago." I was like, "Well, I literally didn't eat 2 hours ago because I went to bed like 3 hours ago." So she's like, "Well, I don't know what to tell you." I was like, "So you're telling me like I literally like can't eat food and I'm gonna starve until lunchtime now, like almost like 24 hours straight, even though you're about to throw this food away." And she like dead looked me in the eyes, and she's like, "It's not my issue. I don't know what to tell you. I don't care." And she like took this bowl of oatmeal from me, threw it away, and like threw all the food away like on the tables and everything. And I'm just like sitting here starving. She just threw like all this food away in front of me, even though it's food that I pay for out of my paycheck, literally on the daily.
Yeah.
Just threw it all away, and I just sat there like, I will never, like, I can't be here anymore. Like, I just can't do this anymore. Like, it's this I was just utter the lack of like empathy for others or like caring or understanding is just like utterly insane. I was like, I can't do it.
So I'm not trying to start any beef or shit on any military branch.
Oh
From
God.
my experience talking to all the different branches, some of the grumpiest ass people I've ever met, man, in the Navy.
Dude, are in the Navy. They're
Yeah,
absolutely insane.
I don't
I don't
understand.
understand.
I don't get it, man. I
It's the
guess
damn salt water, bro. I'm telling you. I don't understand. That's the only like other element they're exposed to than not
uh,
like
yeah,
it's crazy.
I did Fleet Week. Um,
Oh man, I
back
remember
when I
that thing.
was back, I think I want to say 20 San Francisco, and I stood gate security. And so
Yeah.
they're like, you know, all of them got their like M4s, they're just all decked out and everything. I'm standing there with like pepper spray and a baton. They didn't even give me a gun. I was like, I was so embarrassed with just standing there, because I was supposed to get called for pistol, but I said I was going aviation. They took that away. They're like, they
Oh, you're gonna leave. We're not gonna put any time into you.
well, they were like, you're not gonna use those calls, so like, what's the
Yeah.
point, you know? I was like, well, but they let me get qualified for shotgun. But then for some reason they let me. Like, I can't remember what it was. Something about the shotguns. They were cleaning them or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they just they wouldn't issue me. I think the other issue was like that since they had us rotating out and only so many of us had calls for the different firearms that we had, because we had three different ones. We had
Yeah.
M16, the Remington shotgun, and then we Sig 229. Um, I think it was they didn't want to make more work for GMs, gunners mates,
Yeah, yeah.
and
That's not, oh
because it's Fleet
man.
Week, it's supposed to be like a big, you know, fun thing. Uh, and then with only so many people having the calls, it was then you got to figure out like, all right, who's called and what, and
Yeah.
anything acid. Like, you know, the Navy will protect us if anybody shows up. Trying to trying to start some shit, I guess. But dude, I'm standing there, and just some of the like people like they would just be arguing with each other. Somebody came up one time and was like, "Hey man, I know you guys got them laser guns on those boats," and the guy was like, "Step away," getting all pissed off, like, "Damn man." And some guy was like, "Hey, what you guys eating for lunch?" And I was like, we had surf and turf, like steak and crab and stuff like that." He's like, "Man, what the hell?" He's like having chicken patties for like sixth time this week, and it was like a Wednesday.
Uh,
I was like,
yeah. I ate the same like breakfast and I ate the same like breakfast, lunch, and dinner for like 3 weeks straight. Like
yeah, man. That like
it
I
was
legit
absolutely horrid.
I stood gate security I think two times during every time they would do like their shift change because it happened in like
Yeah.
of ours. At least one of them came up and was like, "Hey man, what you know about lateraling over to the Coast Guard from the?" I don't know, man. Speak to a recruiter. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like I have no idea.
Yeah. I worked on an Air Force base for a few months, and I'll tell you what, it made me second guess my whole entire life decision. of joining the Navy.
Yeah, the Air Force has
The
got it
quality
made.
of the quality of living was just, like, exceptional
Yeah,
compared to
they.
ours.
I mean, I definitely experienced some of that in aviation and the Coast Guard. They have so many
Yeah,
regulations, proper rest
yeah,
and flight time, and they just want to you don't get too uh yeah. I mean, if we had a SAR case rescue night,
yeah.
they would just
Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah, it was pretty laid back. Yeah, my work hours were 7 to 1,
Jesus.
so yeah.
I was like, "Oh, man, I'll tell you what, when I first got to my boat, I instantly regretted my life decision because we were waking up at 4 in the morning, PTing from 4 to 6, and then we would go shower, and then right after a shower, we would start work, like, immediately after. So it was, like, PT from 4 to 6. It was, like, a 20-minute walk to the boat, a 10-minute shower, then you would eat from, like, 6:30 to 7, and then we were there from, like, 7 to 5 at night, like
Sounds like boot camp.
and then, like, yeah, we wouldn't get out of work till, like, 5 at night, and then, like, every 4 days, we would have to stand duty on the ship and stand watch and, like, do engineering rotations. So every 4 days, I was on the boat from 6 6:30 in the morning till, like, the next day at, like, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, when
So
I
every 4 days, I was on the boat for 36 hours on top of that. So it was 11-hour days plus 36-hour shift every 4 days. It was horrible.
yeah, our duty schedule when I was on the boat was pretty bad, but in aviation, it was probably like
Oh, that'd be so nice. Yeah, it was horrible. It was rough.
I mean, it did take me like just over a year to get qualified to actually do that. It
Oh,
was a
SARS,
lot
yeah,
of
SARS a
studying.
lot. I did some, SAR swimming for a little bit, and I got, like, swim calls and stuff for it, but once I figured out, like, I wasn't gonna stay in and stuff, I didn't, like, push to do it anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I did 6 years and not 4. I think I would have gotten as
Yeah,
far as like actually flying and all that stuff. Um, yeah, I definitely don't regret doing 6. I just don't think I could have. I don't think I
did
could have
more.
done more than 8.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
when I first got in and like I first started flying, I was like, yeah, I want to make a career out of this. But I just something was just off. Like I just felt like I could do something else. So I decided to get out and go work in the film industry. That shut down. So I just
yeah,
I like having. It's like the sky's the limit when you're doing whatever you want. Content creation.
yeah. No, I
Military, it's like
completely agree.
yeah. In the military, you're
Yeah,
whatever
your
it is you're
limit
told to do.
yeah, your limit is this 6 by 6 room, like yeah, no, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is episode 9 of the podcast. Started with it. I really think it's a cool idea. Yeah, I want to start reaching out to like all the
Yeah.
platforms. Right now, I've
Yeah,
mainly
no,
just
that'd definitely be cool.
talking. Yeah, branching out. Yeah, it's interesting because the types of people I've had on, like the last episode, I had Bad Bear Gamer on, and he's like a financial, but
Yeah.
he's like a financial guy, but he plays a lot of Call of Duty, and um, I mean, he has a smaller community, but really tight knit. Like he's been doing it. I can't remember how long he said he'd been. He has like double the subs that I do. He has like a
Yeah, dude,
tenth of what I do.
that's the thing. Yeah. It's like, you can have, like, a tenth of the people,
Yeah,
but as long as those, like, people support you and just, like, enjoy being around you and, like, hanging out, being a part of the community, that's, like, literally all that matters.
yeah. I can see why though, man. He's just a really entertaining watch. I mean, and the stuff he does, I don't even. I think he doesn't give a shit about the whole DMCA takedown stuff. Like
Yeah.
so he'll like they always mute his audio, so he just downloads it right away so he can use it for clips and stuff. But
Oh, that's funny.
yeah, he doesn't care. He plays like music all the time and see somebody. doesn't care about it like that. You know, like, they're not. I guess he's just not. It's not like that's if he lost streaming, he would be screwed. He would be
Yeah,
he would figure out how to keep doing it, YouTube or something.
yeah. Just go to Facebook, like
Yeah, really cool, confident dude though. I learned a lot having him on.
no,
Um,
dude, that's awesome, yeah.
uh, but yeah, I wanted to have you on because I think I like having you're the second military person. I just feel like different understanding there.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, dude, I was so happy, like, when you reached out, and I think I figured out I'm assuming it was, one of the guys in my chat the other day that kept asking me to, like he was like, Danny's on, you need to play with Danny." I'm assuming I feel like there's, like, 2 or 3 people in my chat doing it, and I feel like they're probably the ones that were, like, spamming your chat or saying it and whatnot.
Oh no, but nobody spammed, man. I saw your stuff and I was like, oh, he was in the military and seems like a cool laid back dude. And we played that one. We played
Gun game or whatever, 2v2s.
yeah, we played something, and I was just like, yeah, this guy's cool. Like I feel like we talk to each other really easily.
Yeah, we just obliterated 2v2s.
Yeah, man. Me, you, and there's another guy from the army. I think he said he did 5 years as well.
Yeah.
Corpy. I don't know if you heard of him.
I think I heard he was in your podcast?
Yeah, he was on I think
Okay, yeah,
episode
I've seen
5. Yeah,
part of it. I've seen a few minutes of it.
yeah. No, the three of us, military guys, partying up, playing some games.
Yeah, that'd be fun, dude, for sure.
Yeah,
I've been a lot
fun
of
to
the
forward.
people I play with are, like, usually in the military, like, MK, my friend I was telling you about earlier, the one I play EFT with, like, religiously, he was in the he did, I think 5 in the Marines, so
Yeah, I
but
mean we
like
got Navy, Coast Guard, Army, Marines.
exactly, there's 4 right there.
The Air Force
Yeah,
guys don't
lucky
want to play with us because they're too busy doing something else. Like,
enjoying their life, like yeah, no, exactly. No, like you said, man, there's definitely, like, a different understanding. Like,
yeah,
it just feels, like,
I think it's a
easier.
humbling thing.
Yeah,
We've seen some shit, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just I don't think there's any way else I could describe. There's just kind of like a humbling understanding already, you know. I mean, I'm sure there's some military people out there that are like your E8 who didn't want you to have the oatmeal, but
Yeah.
I don't think those types of people, you know.
Yeah, no, not by any means.
Yeah. They I don't think they could handle the interaction. They would just be like, "Nah, f you, all this," you know. But you know, just not a very fun person to
Yeah.
chat with.
Yeah, like, they would mean it, like, yeah, they'd be very, like, rude.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple streamers that I'm not gonna say any names, but I see their TikToks and I'm like, oh, that person would be really cool, and then I go check out the Twitch and I'm like, jerk, man. I don't think I would want to sit down and talk to this person for a couple hours.
I'm, I'm a little bit of both, but I like to do it, like it's all, like, out of fun, like, when I do it, like, my chat will join, and then I'll have, like, 20 people just, like, talking crap to me, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what the hell?" But it's
yeah,
fun, like, like, it just, like, feels so much more, like, tight-knit and, like, more fun, like, when we can just, like when I look down and see that there's 20 people just talking trash to me right now, like, it just feels more comfortable, like, people don't have to feel so, like, kind of, like, wary.
what's your stream schedule?
It's pretty much the same as yours. I stream, like, Monday and Wednesday at 4 PM, and then I stream Friday and Saturday at 6 PM
Okay,
EST.
all right, yeah, we'll definitely have to.
Yeah, I've been wanting to download Rocket League, like, and then when I seen you playing it the other day, I was like, "Oh my gosh, like, I just want Rocket League." Rocket League was, like, my go-to, like, spare time game, like, anytime I wasn't playing, like, Call of Duty or, like, my main favorite game, I was just on Rocket League, like, girlfriend's like, "Oh, I gotta get ready before we go out, like, 15 minutes or whatever." I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm up on Rocket League for a few minutes, like, I'm gonna play a game or 2."
Yeah, I'm pretty new into it, so
It's a good game, the community is really
it's
good
fun
with
though.
it
Yeah,
too.
pretty
It's
chill.
just, like it gives me, like I hate the games that allow smurfing is what gets me. That's what makes me really mad. That's why I haven't played Valorant in, like, 3 weeks, because I played 1 game of Valorant, and it just made me so mad, I was like, "I'm not playing it no more."
Yeah, Valorant. I cannot play Valorant by myself. I have to have like a full team
Yeah,
because people don't
exactly.
talk, like and it screws up
No.
everything. Yeah,
I
it's
hate
really
when I'm
hard to
playing
win
it
when you're
too, like that game, because it's requires like so much attention and it brings out so much competitive nature. Like I feel like I can't pay like attention to like chat or anything as much either. So it's a really hard game to like play.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to find a balance. How many
Yeah.
people are you like averaging?
We sit around like 18 to 20.
Yeah, so it's just gonna get harder and harder to
Yeah.
balance it. I feel
That's
like
why I've
that's
just been doing like EFT because I can just lay in a bush real quick and just like talk for a few minutes and whatnot, and then just do
yeah.
my thing.
I like playing search and destroy because between
Oh, with the time in
rounds.
between rounds. I've
Yeah,
thought about doing Sea of Thieves.
you know they've been trying to get me to play that.
Oh, Sea of Thieves is an exceptional game, man. It's literally GTA with pirates. I love Sea of Thieves. Me and my girlfriend, like, we got so into it. I think it was last month. We're on like 5, 6 hours a day, like, and we just couldn't stop because it just like gets you. It's kind of like gives you that feeling like EFT does, like that rush. It's just like, oh, like you can just lose everything you worked for in 5 hours, but or you can just gain everything you worked for in 5 hours and just like it just feels so rewarding, but it's so like edgy and suspenseful, like at the same time.
So I did play it back when it like came out, and there's like
Me too, and I didn't like it at all.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I know it's different. I got the Game
yeah,
Pass,
yep,
so it's
yeah. Now you can be just like you get treasure, and it's just like oh Kraken, Megalodon, Ghost Ship, and then like and then now they got harpoons. So like if you're like chasing a ship or something, you can like harpoon like a rock and like slingshot around rocks and stuff. They got rowboats in there. All kinds of
robots.
different treasure. Yeah, you get like individual levels up. I think there's like 5 or 6 different factions you can level up now, and the customizations are exceptional. Like you don't have to spend a dime. Like you can earn everything pretty much for customizations. It's really cool. It's a good game.
That's good to hear. There's not too many games that
Exactly. Yeah, and there's a lot of downtime too because it's like, oh, we got to go over here. Like, okay, well, set your sail, set your wheel, and then you can, you might have 5 to 10 minutes of downtime like at any given point.
yeah, man. How long you been streaming for?
We just started. I think we
I might have
just
asked already.
month and a week or so. I believe
Okay,
month and almost 2 weeks.
dude, you're off to a really good start, then, man. I streamed for 2.5 years, and when I got out of the military, I finally had to figure out why like less than 5 people were watching me.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I'm trying. I'm having like, I guess, trouble slowly growing my average, but I kind of not that I like got over it, but in is like I started understanding like I'm so much more grateful like having like the same like 20 people in there every time because I'm getting to know like into so much more and I'm feeling like I'm building like way better of a
Yeah,
community rather than people just fly like hopping and going like in and out, in and out.
yeah. Mine's been a pretty much, I would say, a steady growth. I never really had like one of those overnight TikToks blow up, like some
Yeah.
people have, and it definitely comes in waves. But I think I'm happy with the speed that it's growing at because it's not too fast to where like all of a sudden I've got it was like overnight all of a sudden I got a couple hundred people watching and I don't know any.
Yeah.
There's definitely a bunch of regulars. Um, I'm not gonna name names, but I do know some streamers that I've watched that they kind of like blew up. Um, and I don't want it to sound mean or anything. I feel like that sounds really mean.
I mean,
But I'm just saying from my observation, like watching other streamers and trying to like learn what works, what doesn't. I do notice that there's a lot of these streamers kind of big, like above 100,000, where like it
yeah.
was like a almost like an overnight thing, and now that everything's kind of going back to normal, see like a huge drop.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's going back to school, starting work. It's like because there wasn't like a super personal relationship there,
You don't like
expecting
they
all
don't
those
go out
people
of
to
your
stick
way.
around
Yeah,
for
they
that
don't go out of
long.
your way to
Yeah,
like really like get to know you per se or just like make time for you.
yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. It's just an observation.
Yeah.
I know a lot of my viewers are like that. They're going back to school and stuff. So it's interesting to see how my audience is affected. So far, it doesn't seem too much. Really grateful for. Yeah, it's been a wild ride, man.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I we, it took me like I think about 3 months at 10,000, and that was about a month ago. Getting close, about to hit 20.
Like Twitch or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like a better way to like pull people into my Twitch per se, or like follow into
yeah,
Twitch and stuff.
yeah, yeah. No, I
That's like
get you.
that's the hardest thing that it's been like.
So, I mean, I can't say that's gonna work for everybody, but I noticed what works for me is just being super personal. TikTok. Like
Yeah,
if I try to make one of those like struggles of a stream type ones, it might do
yeah.
well, but if I do them too much, also I did one and it was kind of lazy copy to do. I had done
I
that
re
before in the
I
past.
remember that.
Yeah,
I read
I was
the
like,
comments.
damn, okay, message
I
received.
read the comments on that, and I was like, "Damn."
See, I
Like, it was
think what
brutal.
happened though, the problem with that one was clicks watched it on his,
Yeah,
so it blew up because a bunch of people from his stream saw it and
yeah,
rated my TikTok post at the same time and was like, "Hey, you copied this dude." And then so because of that, that small explosion caused an even bigger explosion on it. And just, I mean, I think it's close to 1 million. Still, I
yeah.
still get comments like people are like, "Hey, you copied so and so," and I'm just like, "Dude, this post was like 3 weeks ago."
I've had like I haven't like per se copied people, but I've definitely taken their ideas, and I've seen plenty of people like say like, "Oh, you copied this person."
Yeah,
Like, for one, I didn't like straight up copy him, but two, like you should not that you should, but like taking somebody's idea and using it as like your own is like a form of flattery. Like clearly you did something right
yeah.
or you know what you're doing. So,
But
but people automatically think like ignorant of it, like, and they try to be like rude about it, like it's an insult per se.
yeah. Well, the way that I look at it is the way that I looked at it was I, I was I was lazy and just change enough about it. You know, like I changed the name. I'm one of those people who like if it's supposed to be like a week later in the TikTok, I changed my shirt. You know, I moved some stuff around. I try to make it look like it's not exactly the same.
Yeah,
Like I literally hit stop, put some words, and start it again. You know, like I
yeah,
try to make it look like I actually put a lot of effort into it. But yeah, it just wasn't enough that time. Uh, yeah, it's the funny thing is though is I definitely think it's responsible for like a spike in growth because you got to think maybe I had like 2,000 comments saying I copied somebody, but it got 800, almost 1 million views.
yeah.
So, and I think the hate comments saying I copied it just made it blow up more. So many people went out of their
Yeah,
way to go, "Hey, you copied so."
and all it does is just drive your stuff even more,
Yeah,
so
so I mean, like it sucked going through that, but at the same time, if I hadn't done that, I'd have the numbers.
yeah,
Not saying I'm gonna do it again, but I just I think Corpy told me he's like, hey man, like any publicity is good.
yeah. No, that's
Depends on
what my
what you do
girlfriend
with
always
it.
tells me, like, whether somebody's hating you or somebody's liking you, it's still attention, it's still a view, it's still a comment,
Yeah.
it's still a like, it's still push.
Um. Yeah, it's weird to talk about saying because when it happened, like I was filming an episode of the podcast, thought like up and everybody. And I was talking to Big Rob Energy. I was like, dude, I don't know how to go about this, and you just gotta, be honest. If it feel like you just owe them an apology, like your fan, because there was some of my viewers. Come on, Danny, like you make better content. Like
Yeah,
don't make stuff like. So I was like, okay. Uh, yeah, I feel like I handled it the best I could. There was still a
yeah,
couple people who were
man.
like, like that's not an excuse or something like that, because I just said that I was late to
I
tag the
mean, that's
guy.
alright. Humans have flaws.
Exactly.
It's as long as the good ones outweigh the bad ones, I try my best to honestly is not care because you can't do anything about it. You can't take back time. So all you can do is say I'm sorry and just move forward from it.
Um, yeah, dude, it definitely. it 100% comes in waves. I feel like each wave gets bigger. I haven't been doing TikTok long enough, but Chunky Hustle is at like
Yeah.
1.1 million. I had him on when he was at 600,000, and he told me he's like, "Yeah, dude, as long as you push through the walls, those waves when they come will get bigger and bigger. Got to keep doing what works. Like it comes in
Yeah.
cycles. You got to think every time you have a post do really well, that's a ton of people that never have seen your stuff seeing it. So
Yeah.
you're just hitting like a bigger audience. So there's people that have seen those big ones, but they haven't seen a lot of my small. So they'll see a big one and then go check out the small stuff finally. And you know what? I've seen you a couple times. And I give you a follow. I'm like,
That's what I need. Like, it's hard to pull in those people because I think I have like 2 or 3 videos over 1,000,000 views,
you just got to keep
and it's
doing
just
those. Keep doing
and
what
it's just like
works.
hard to like pull people in.
Definitely, do you have a pro account so you can look at your?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the number one thing I tell people when they're like, I don't get any views. I'm like, that'll tell you if your videos are too
Post yeah.
long. Like,
Posting at that analytical time is like no joke because I try to post out of that sometimes, and it's like
yeah, and I think
you
it's
get
changing right
caught.
now. School and stuff coming back.
Yeah.
It seems like the morning posts are starting to not do as.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say that. Like, I found out like posting in the morning is like not too good of a thing.
There's a little window, but I think it's. I posted a
Yeah.
couple today, and they. Hey,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people said that they were starting school, like a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially because it's just right after Labor Day
But
or
I
whatever.
think TikTok. So I also saw that TikTok is they're working on making it available so that I think it's going into beta. They're gonna let you make up to 3 minute videos.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can make up to 3 minute videos or the videos that you pull from camera roll can be up to 3. It's like I don't think you can
Yeah.
shoot into. I'm curious how that'll affect the algorithm. You know, because right now it seems like if you
Yeah.
make something longer than 15 seconds, it's super hard to
Yeah, I
get
try not
anything.
to go, like, over, like, 17 to 20 seconds, like, max.
Yeah, it seems like you either have to make them.
Yeah, you're good.
Like my just doing school.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, I don't know if you heard that or not.
I heard something.
Excuse me. Um, what was I talking about? Oh, the window thing. So,
Yeah.
or not the window. The post link. Um, so it seems like either you have to do like 15-second or shorter post, because it's easy to get that 85% view time, or you have to do like a 60-second one.
Yeah.
It's like the 60-second one either is going to do really well because it's getting a lot of view time, or nobody watches it. Hit or miss. I haven't done a
Yep.
lot of the. I might experiment doing. Haven't in a while,
Yeah.
but it's hard to come up with an idea. Where
It really yeah, it really is.
I mean, I thought about doing like a mini vlog, little minute
Yeah, that could
vlog.
be a good thing
It could
too.
be yeah,
I I've been trying to post more, besides, like, trying to go with, like, larger trending, like, videos, I've been trying to, like, in between those, like, post, like, more personal content so that, like, the people that are there more so supporting me daily and looking forward to it can see, like, more, like, sincere, like, post or, like, about me or, like, more personal
yeah.
things. And that obviously doesn't, like, do as well as, like, the big trending stuff, but, I mean, the people
I'm
that are there is what matters the most, so
the other thing that I'm starting to focus more time on is I feel like if I could tap because my YouTube channel's grown a little bit. I think I just hit 3. So
yeah.
if I can tap into that platform too, um, then I think that will it'll be like TikTok where just another
Yeah,
audience that check
literally.
out my yeah. YouTube's harder though because they definitely changed a lot with YouTube. It's tough to like start.
Yeah, yeah, it's kinda like you're starting at, like, the bottom of the barrel.
It's doable. I think TikTok is the best thing to start with.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Instagram is like whatever.
I can't get
I
with
feel like
I've been
Instagram. I
trying,
post a
but
lot of TikToks on my Instagram.
Yeah, I've been trying to get like with Instagram, but I'm just like,
Yeah, I only have like I think 300 and started with 4.
0. Yeah.
That'll be interesting. My Instagram takes off a little bit. I feel like Instagram's definitely on its.
Yeah, I'm not really one for it.
I think
Definitely not.
Facebook is too. I think it's just a matter of time before Facebook.
I
I feel like
I tried using Twitter a little bit too, but I'm still not.
Twitter too. I think
I still really can't go
Twitter's.
to Twitter too.
I think something else is gonna.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something that could. It's a good idea. Like I think that if a
Another
platform
version.
came along and was like Twitter and it was integrated into other platforms better and like actually like, edit your tweet,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
say something. Couldn't-
No, I said like another version of TikTok, like to replace Twitter pretty much.
I think TikTok's gonna be a hard one to take down because
Yeah.
the thing with TikTok that I'm impressed with is the way that they've been handling it. Like I mean, even though they just implemented ads, I barely
Yeah.
notice them.
Yeah, I don't never notice them.
But you, every I think they said 1 in 8 posts ad,
Yeah.
but you can just swipe right past. It's not really.
Yeah, no, they're doing a good job.
I'm definitely curious to see what happens with TikTok. I know that somebody's supposed to buy them soon. They got to like the
Yeah.
15th, right? So
Yep.
see. I don't think it's gonna get.
Nah, I don't see it. It's too big. And
It's,
plenty of other media companies have had problems of the same, and they haven't gotten banned. So it's like,
Chunky Hustle says that he thinks that all the controversy with it is it's just like a ploy to get whatever company's gonna buy them, whether it's soft or whatever,
for cheap.
better deal.
Yeah, it sounds like the typical American way.
Dude,
Yeah.
I gotta use the red coffee.
No,
I'm
you're
gonna
good.
hit pause and be right.
Okay.
And then the other thing I wanted to say was I by no means wanna make it. I'm still learning much, man.
Oh yeah, no.
Like yesterday, me and my girlfriend played Fall Guys together on stream. Took turns
Yeah.
back the controller. Decided to try that last minute. Actually, decided I'm not. I don't know.
Oh really?
Yeah, liked
Yeah,
it
no.
better.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. I guess it maybe makes it seem more personal
Yeah, it's exactly.
per se. So like you're not trying to like hide something or.
I mean, the main reason that I was using a green screen, we're moving
Yeah.
stuff around. I think I'm gonna desk so that what you're
In the
gonna
background.
see. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'll have like
Yeah.
something to make it look more.
Yeah, I just have this shelf behind me with this cluffluffle of whatever on it, like but I got this knight though.
What is it? What does it look like? Lights off.
Oh, this is usually how I run it right here.
Okay, so you don't use like RGB.
I I have them, but, I just don't know if it, like how much it necessarily affects, like, the quality of, like, my camera per se.
Should I turn in the light?
Actually, I don't doesn't look yeah, no, it doesn't look bad at all. The green is nuts though.
Yeah, you definitely have to pick a good color. I'm still working myself.
Yeah, sometimes I turn the green when, chat makes me mad, and I tell them I'm turning into the Hulk.
That's funny.
I did that when I was playing the Marvel Avengers or whatever, and I was playing as Hulk. It was pretty funny, I'm
How
not
is
gonna
it?
lie. I think it's a good game. I like it. It's,
Bucks.
yeah, it's $60. The only thing that's kept me from really, like, diving into it more is I don't know like, the level of, like, playability, like, after you beat it. Like, I don't know what the roadmap looks like as per the devs. Like, I don't wanna put this time into the game and it just be like a A to B, 20 hours, and then you're done.
I get you. That's one of the things that kind of kept me back from Yeah, and it's exactly what
Yeah.
I've heard good things. I heard it's fun.
No,
It
it's a good game, it's fun, and you play with friends, buy, sell, level up, trade,
yeah yeah.
and
There
upgrade.
I was looking at how many people are watching it on Twitch, and I feel like that's a very it seems like a good game to stream. Like there's not too many people playing it, like enough people watching it. I mean, if you try to play like Far Cry 5 right now, something like that, you know what I mean? What are you playing? So
Yeah,
there's not very many people watching it. So like if you were to play Far Cry, you might be the biggest in it. So
yeah.
that means more traffic, but
Yeah, no, I agree. That's why I've been trying to find, like, happy medium games and stuff like that.
Rainbow Six has probably been one of the surprised how much.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm not even
I
that good.
the most I got off was Valorant, but which is crazy because Valorant's a pretty, like,
Yeah,
overpopulated game.
it's hit or miss for me. Modern Warfare, if I play that, it's usually starts out pretty good, and then about an hour into
Yeah.
Modern Warfare, definitely I think I'm gonna start play. I keep playing it, play it a little.
Yeah, that's what I ended up. I just slowly backed off myself off it, but then I got, my life sucked away by EFT.
Yeah,
I
that's the
just
other
can't
thing.
I just, like I don't know, man. It sounds horrible. It sounds really weird. It sounds like I'm in love, but I just can't stop thinking about it and playing it.
Yeah, no, I went through that phase at one point.
I
Sure it could happen.
haven't felt like that about a game in a while. Yeah. There's no worse feeling than, like, when you sit at, like, your computer or your system and you have, like, 100 games and you're sitting there like this. Like, "What should I play?"
I feel you. Yeah, I tried playing Fortnite a bit because people were like, try it, and I couldn't.
No, it's not the same as it used to be either.
Well, I said that I would never play it, and then like, you know
Yeah.
what? I'll give it another shot because they want to see me actually give it a try again.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get excited.
Yeah,
Like there's
no, definitely not.
I
Yeah,
just
that level of excitement for a game is, like, definitely the best feeling, so, like, whatever game does it.
yeah, I feel like not just my excitement, the excitement as it's starting to die. So
Yeah.
like I mean, there's definitely
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, and plus, like, if you don't enjoy it as much, then it just makes it kinda worse for, the overall mood and it too. The best day is, like, when you hop on and, like, you know what game you wanna play and your chat's 100% down with it, and it's just like, "Yes." That's what I'm talking about.
I've been doing a lot more polls. So they're like, hey, you should play this game. I'm like, all right, I'll do a poll. Like, how many people in chat actually want
Yeah, that's a good idea too. I did a poll for, I think I did a poll for Marvel, for the beta when it was about to come out on whether people wanted to watch it or not.
the beta still out? Are the beta
No, it's just a straight
gone?
up the full game, yeah. So what I did is I pre-ordered it just to get the beta, and then based off from how I felt about the beta, like you return your pre-order or you keep it. So that gets you on the game like right there first thing, and then if you don't want to like keep it, you just return the pre-order and you get your money back.
What are some of your like favorite games of all time?
Um, so I think like Zelda Majora's Mask is one of the best games ever made. Witcher 3 is an amazing game. Skyrim, those are typical usuals. But there's a game I was obsessed with. It's kind of like Baldur's Gate, Diablo 3 is kind of called Champions of North on the PlayStation 2. And I think that's my favorite game of all time.
Okay.
I just remember sitting there and playing it like with my dad and my brother just nonstop, like all day long, and I just could never get enough of it. It's an odd game. It's not a game that a lot of people have played, but it's kind of like Baldur's Gate. I can't wait for Diablo 4 to come out.
Yeah, I've played one of the Diablos with the
The old Diablo, I don't like it, yeah. But the new ones, I mean, it's kinda like World of Warc I mean, it's made by Blizzard, so
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
It's kinda like World of Warcrafty, but then you get to control everything, and it's a lot more customizable. But, I can't there's a new game coming out called New World. It's a MMO that's supposed to be out in, like, the beginning of next year, springtime, and I think me and my girlfriend are just gonna be playing the life out of that game.
Yeah, there's uh popped into his. I rated him and playing this game Spellbreak.
Spellbreak's a pretty cool game. I played that game when they were in their beta testing, just over a year ago, I believe. It's a cool
It's
game.
like a
Yeah, pretty much. But they add, like, a little bit more, like, thought into it, and, like, it's not, like, mindless, like, you can, for instance, if you have a wind and a firepower, you can throw a tornado at your opponents, and then your teammate or you can hit that tornado with, like, a fireball, and it'll turn it into, like, a combined, like, elemental, like, strike. It'll be, like, literally a swirling, like, tornado of fire.
I have to
So
look.
it's not just like your typical, like Fortnite where, you hear a shot, you just throw all these builds everywhere. Call of Duty, you point and shoot. Like, you can actually, like, methodically, like, think about your attacks and your abilities and combine elements together to take, like, serious, like, critical damages to teams or bigger areas or more condensed, like, heavier shots. Like, it's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah.
I actually thought about playing it. I was talking to my girlfriend about it just, last night, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna maybe I'll check out the
Yeah, definitely.
kind of hobbies you into besides game.
All I do right now is, I love working out, like, any type of, like, sports, physical activity, nature, outdoors, and then I just like working on the cars pretty much.
Okay.
Uh, and those are pretty much my 2 favorite things to do.
What's your
I'm a very just simple, just I don't
person?
drink, I don't smoke, I was just very simple, just basic person.
Yeah. I'm still getting over.
Oh, no, you're good.
um, what kind of like what's your car?
Oof. I would love, like a '69, like a Yanko. Yanko would be nice. Yeah, Camaro, a Yanko. Yeah, I know you know probably plenty about the Mustangs. You look like a Mustang person to me.
I look like a must.
Nothing, you know?
Okay. Uh,
No.
I mean I've driven all of them, man. I I respect Camaros. I really respect how the Dodge Challenger kind of stayed. Really, the only
It
muscle car left.
yeah, from, like, to this date,
Yeah, but I feel
it's
like
just
they.
it's like it's rigid raw form.
Yeah, but that has its down.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Sure. I like some of the arguments from those videos.
No, I seen them. What's your favorite old school car then?
I mean, dude, if I could have an old school one and I have to worry about like, any of the issues that come with having an old car, I'd probably get a 67.
Ooh, I was gonna say a Mach 1. Fastbackster is nice too.
Yeah, I really like. Have you seen Bullet? Like the old.
Yep.
Yeah, I really like the Bullet Mustang. I just
Yeah, no, that's a really
yeah,
nice yeah. I
that's the
also
cool.
love, like, the iconic, like, the Plymouth, like, Barracuda that's, like, that matte
Yeah,
purple with the matte black stripes down it.
exactly what
That oh my gosh, that's, like, one of the prettiest looking cars I've ever laid eyes on.
yeah, I see how like called I think the Nicolas Cage Gone in 60 Seconds kind of like
Yeah,
got everybody into the old Mustangs again. But something about that Eleanor Mustang, it's like too much. Like over the top trying to look like a big beefy muscle car to me. I always liked
yeah,
how the Mustangs are pretty simple looking, but they look nice, whereas the Eleanor you could tell that somebody put a bunch of stuff into it.
yeah.
Uh,
I've been wanting to get, like, a old, like just some old muscle car, just fixer, just that I can just daily drive and just beat up and just
I
go.
don't know enough about cars mechanic wise. That like I worked on the helicopters, but I didn't enjoy.
Uh, I enjoy it, but it makes me mad, just as a lot of people's hobbies do.
Yeah. Yeah. No. If I could have any car right now, I would probably go with. I've been looking at them online just out of curiosity. To see they obviously a Mustang, but they have the Hertz Rent a Racer program that they've done since the '60s, right?
Yeah.
And so like they did the original, I think 60. I think it was a '66. Um, they call it a Shelby GTH. So it looks
Yeah.
fancier, like a Shelby Cobra, you know, but it's still like a base Mustang. Like it's still got the 5.0 and stuff like that. They just do special stuff with them. But I love the black and gold paint job, like black with the gold racing stripes. There's just no other
Yeah,
Mustang that looks like
yeah.
that. And they did the previous generation, not the one that they have right now, but the previous generation they did saw one here at like a Albertsons parking lot. Whose car is that? Oh, it's like you just don't see very many of them. They only made up so many of them. I think they
Yeah,
made like
no,
a couple. I think they only made a couple hundred of the ones they have right now, and I've been looking at 60 grand. But yeah, dude, like there's no way you can't look at like they stand out, you know.
yeah.
And to me,
The
it's like a
best
part of history.
the best thing is I'm just happy you didn't say that your favorite was like a Fox body kinda year.
Oh no, man! I mean, that the Fox body
That was
almost killed the Mustang, man.
that was
The
horrible.
Mustang almost
Anybody
died.
anybody that likes fat like the Fox bodies, like, has some issues, and they don't like cars in general because I don't understand how you can like a Fox body. Them things are the ugliest
I mean, I get the
generation.
whole like rolling in my 5.0 thing, you know, but I mean, like I said, the Mustang almost died because I hate the '90s generation too, but I mean, they had to do something at the time. The
Yeah,
'90s generation is what they needed to get back on the map, you know.
yeah, to get
And
that
then
Fox body out.
they're killing it now, though, man. They
No,
best selling sports car in the world.
if I got a sports car right now, I'd hands down get a Mustang.
Really,
I've been like a Camaro guy like through and through, but like modern day, I would go with a Mustang as far as like aesthetics, performance,
I
mobility,
would say
but
price
like
too.
yeah,
I feel like they're
price
priced
too,
well.
same. But like old school, like I would just die to have like a Camaro or a Cuda.
I respect that big time, man.
But I've always loved Mach ones. Like my top favorites are like a '68 Yanko. I love a '67 like Mach one, and then the like a 19 like 69 or 70 like Cuda.
Okay,
Like I actually seen a Mach one, a '68 Mach one in somebody's like yard, like up on the highway on a road trip we took a little bit ago, and it was just like sitting out there. It was the yellow and black. And it was just sitting out in the yard just, like, dying, and I was just like we drove by it, and I, like, told my girlfriend, I was like, "Man, that's so sad, like, that look at
sad,
that Mach 1, like, sitting out there,
sad to see
dying."
something that somebody just kind of like care about, like something
I
love to
know.
have. Yeah,
I got into muscle cars because my dad used to have a 1971 Monte Carlo, and that's, like, what I grew up in and went to school in till I
yeah.
was in, like, 2nd or 3rd grade. It was a crap brown, like Monte Carlo.
Have you seen the movie Drive?
Yeah.
So that's the reason I got the Mustang. Got the one that steals it,
Oh, yeah.
that black on black 5.0. Um, something about the way it looked and sounded. Ended up getting one, and I ended up getting rid of it just over a year ago when I decided to get out of the military.
Yeah, what do you got now?
Corolla,
A Corolla. It's okay. I have a
boring.
Honda Civic.
Um,
I'm all for it though, man. I'm all for like the most bang for your buck,
yeah,
like the
for
best
sure.
gas mileage, most maintenance. Like
Yeah,
now's the time. Now's the time to save your money, not spend it. So
once you look at a car as a means of transportation, not something to like show off your net. It's
yeah,
definitely I did get like the sport edition, so it doesn't have like a lot of stuff, so it's a little zippier than Corolla, but it's
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. I feel like it's a
Yeah, especially when you start to see, like, less dollar bills flying out the window.
yeah, for sure. The thing that I'm noticing now is like since I'm not the idea was I moved to work in like Burbank on at the
Mhm.
studio lots and stuff. But since I'm not doing that, like all the miles I thought I was gonna put on my car, I'm not. So it's like if I take care of the
It'll last forever, yeah. I've had
yeah,
my Civic for just over 3 years, and I only got, like, 34,000 miles on it, like
yeah, I just hit, I don't I think I'm just about to hit
yeah.
over a year.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And
I've
I
been wanting to get a new car, like, but I just keep thinking, like, but this car I have right now has 0 issues, and it's been treated so nice, and it'll just last forever.
yeah, the way I like to think about it is hopefully someday it'll be such a small percent I can splurge and get what I want.
Yeah, that's what's really kept me
Pay
from, like,
cash
getting
for
a
it.
vehicle now. Yeah, it's like I don't need it, like, I don't need it now. I'd rather have it when I'm older.
I mean,
You get
especially sorry, go ahead.
oh, you're good.
Especially with like because I live in LA, the cost of a house is so crazy. Like that to me is way more valuable than getting
Oh,
a
yeah.
GT 500.
100 yeah, 100%. Like, we're supposed to move to Georgia next year, and I really wanna buy as far as it sounds, I wanna buy a new RAV4. I wanna have me a nice SUV,
My
and,
mom has a Rav.
the new ones are nice. I really like them. And, like,
I
a black one.
What do you think about the Forerunners?
So, my girlfriend's dad has, like, the top of line 4Runner. It's, like, the 60K one, platinum or something like that. I've always been a fan of 4Runners until I rode in them, and now they're just, like, a gas guzzling bus to me.
Yeah, that's how I feel about.
Super nice, super comfortable, but it's like a Humvee. Like,
Yeah,
if I'm getting a 4Runner, I might as well just buy a full blown truck.
see, that's how I feel about like the FJ Cruise. Like I know they
That
discontinued that, but like the people that are fanboys about them, like that thing is tank.
and they have like the worst blind spot in the history of
Yeah,
vehicles.
yeah. Like
With
I get it. I get the idea behind it, but to me, I would rather have.
a new car that's caught my eye though is that new Bronco coming out.
I've never been a fan of the Bronco, but I respect it.
And they're giving you the ability to like take off like the canopy or the hood in the back or whatever, and it's just like I just picture like the beach or like being outdoors and just like having the hood off like your truck. Last truck that was like the Chevy SS H10 or whatever in the early 2000s, the convertible Chevy that they
Okay,
had.
you know it would change my mind about the Bronco
What?
if they filmed a commercial with OJ driving it on the road. They like staged the famous like low speed chase.
Yeah,
That would
yeah.
get me. I'd be like, you know what? I don't want a Bronco.
Yeah, I get those now.
Somebody's listening to this. Like,
We're doing it.
um, nah, but we'll get there. Yeah. I guess we can move on to something else. Conspiracies, man. I have to ask every guest. But my old co-host, that's no longer a co-host, Ankle Bank, meet him. How
Yeah.
do you feel about conspiracies?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I can't name specific ones off the top of my head,
Okay, I'll just start asking questions.
but you can ask the questions. I'll answer like to the full truth of them.
All right, start with the big one. Earth flat.
No,
So we're not crazy. Um, dude, that one
a flat earther.
I don't get it, man. I mean, we've been on boats, so like I don't know about you. I've stood watch with binoculars, seen that all you have to do is like wait for like a boat to like go over the horizon
You
and
know,
see it go over the.
yeah, I was gonna say that just might be, that might be the reason behind it is people just can't see the enough miles ahead and to see that it like slowly
Yeah,
like it doesn't go out of vision because the object just like disappears in the distance. It's because it rounds like the horizon.
it's weird. because it's almost like right where the horizon meets is like
Yeah.
noticeable. Um, a good way something.
I thought I heard her fighting some in the kitchen, dude.
Oh,
We get
um,
like bugs in the house sometimes, and there's like last night we like made some dinner real quick, and we like left it out to cool off before we like put it in the fridge and whatnot. And my roommate or my friend comes in, he's like, "Hey, there's a bug in your food that you had in the kitchen." I said, "Oh, no, I'm gonna throw it away now. No leftovers."
um, but yeah, no, I think that to anybody who thinks the Earth is flat needs to just get some binoculars, go on a cruise night out in the middle of the ocean where like there's like shipping
Yeah.
nest of a slowly come up.
Oh yeah.
You ever seen the green flash? When the sun goes down, there's that little last moment of sunlight flash.
No, not when I was out on the water. I like seeing the sun like twice a week for like once every 2 weeks for like 10 minutes.
I think they like kind of dramatically show it in one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I think it's like the one when like they do the whole like up is down, down is up for like a
Oh,
moment.
okay, okay.
They they show the green flash and then, but yeah, my dad always talked about it. He was in the Coast Guard as well, and I think I kind of saw it once. But there were so many times where I sat there and tried to watch it and see it, and I always blinked. Somebody would ask me a question and it would distract me, and it'd be too late.
I
So
can
easy
just
to miss
imagine
it.
like somebody waiting their whole life to like try to see something, and then like the possibility, like, what if it wasn't real? Like,
No, it's definitely real. I'm pretty sure I saw it, once, but it happens so quick that you're like, I saw it. You're like,
that's
damn,
the worst thing. That's the
yeah.
worst thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure you can look up videos. All right, we'll move on to another one. But what about aliens? Do an alien?
Oh, they're 1,000% real. There ain't
Yeah,
no justifying that one. There's
dude.
no
So
way that you can't.
how crazy is that? Like, if it was the 50s right now, and I brought that up like on television, everybody would think I'm a
A
nutso.
psycho.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody would be
psychopath.
like, dude, this guy's off his rocker.
You
You
know,
know?
aliens are real. There's no way that like this planet has some of the things that it had at that point in time, and there was not aliens.
Oh, so you're one of those that thinks like they helped build the pyramid and stuff?
Oh, 100%, dude.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I'm still on the fence. I can see how there's all kinds of theories about how they did it. I don't want to say it's a theory, but there's one theory that the pyramids are a lot older than we think.
Oh
And I
yeah.
think there's a couple scientists who came out and said that they were able to use some type of new equation, and they can see that the erosion, like the Sphinx, they can actually tell that been damaged and repaired before.
Yeah.
So the Sphinx is actually like 2 or 3 times older than I thought it was, or something.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on it. Like I can't remember the exact numbers, but they're saying like almost like Egypt kind of like rose and fell and then rose again and then fell and like ceased.
Yeah.
It's interesting to think about because it's the whole entire timeline. It's everything we base off times because they kept such good record of stuff.
Oh yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
really interesting.
I just like, and plus you see like so many like you see so many like hieroglyphs, right? From not even just Egyptians, but like Mayans, Aztecs, of just sky depictions of things in the sky.
Yeah, that's true too, man. You can find
Like,
some old ass paintings and hieroglyphics
yeah,
and
like
stuff, and then
why is homeboy and homegirls like painting just like I doubt they're just like everybody around the world's just painting make believe figures in the sky just for fun of it.
dude, there's straight up
From
like
imagination, and just so happens to be that it's in Egypt and where the Mesopotamias was down in Mexico in Central America. Like, there's no way.
so I don't I'm not saying I believe this specifically, but there's the whole theory that there's like different races of aliens. One of the ones that pretty prominent is supposed to be all whites. Okay, like I think the British Prime Minister or something said that like all whites are hiding in
Yeah,
plain sight or something. Um, but that's the one that they've seen the most in a lot of the drawings. I think is like bowing down to like these giant tall
Yeah,
like
these like
skinny tall white
elongated.
guys. Yeah,
Yeah, like a
super.
Slender Man, but what?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of them where they're like there's freaking UFO, like just straight up like what we think of as just a drawing of it way back then. I mean, I'm sure some of it might be like fake and just misinformation. Definitely some old stuff that just fishy, man.
yeah. But once you reach like different continents and different like civilizations that have like very similar like
Yeah.
depictions of things, that's when it's like, this might not be just for fun.
So crop circles. Okay. So my thing with the crop circles, yes, I think a lot of them are fake,
Oh yeah.
but somebody didn't just all of a sudden be like, you know what? I'm gonna make a picture in the cornfield and everybody's gonna think it's aliens. I think that there's some
It
real
had
ones
to
out there.
originated from somewhere.
Well, there's a famous one. Surprised people don't talk about it more. We sent a signal out into space. And this signal was basically like it was so that there was any intelligent life out there, they could figure out that is basically like the blueprint for like human DNA.
Yeah.
So it was like basically explaining like, hey, humans, humans, and this is
Yeah.
what we are. And there's a famous crop circle that is legit like a response to. Like if you look it up, there's like you put them side by side, and it's
Yeah.
that happened like unless one of the scientists who freaking sent the signal out or
Like
whatever
leak
went
something.
and did it to him, did it himself. I just don't see. I mean, I'm kind of talking out of my ass because I don't know the actual story. That was the one that I saw that was like, I don't know, man. There's some really complex ones out there that for I just can't. I'm sure it's possible, but I just don't see any way that a bunch of people out in the middle of that before
Yeah.
literally in the
Yeah.
some of them are. But have you seen some of like the ones they find out in the middle of like Egypt and stuff like that, or like Central America? It's
Oh
more of
yeah.
like yeah, like it's more of like rocks and sand and stuff.
Oh
Some
yeah,
of
yeah.
some of those ones are
That's
creepy, bro.
yeah, I was gonna say that those ones are crazy. Like
Like it's like a little like humanoid figure, like
yeah.
hello.
Well, also think of like speaking of like figures or just things being like built or shaped in certain forms. What is it? I can't remember. Think it's over in Europe. It's like the hedges,
Stonehenge.
the giant rocks that are like stacked in a circle.
Yeah, Stonehenge.
Stonehenge. Those things weigh like thousands of tons.
Yeah, I
How?
think they're still trying to figure out how they did.
Yeah, nobody's been able to like say like, oh, this civilization, this person did it. Nobody has any idea. It's not like
Yeah, I definitely think our timeline is not.
yeah,
I think one, like one big scientist. Yeah, it's this way, and then another. Yeah, I agree with
yeah, rather than
timeline on.
actually like look into it like with
Yeah,
different like opinions.
yeah, as technology.
Yeah.
What do you think about space and the moon? Think we went
Uh,
good?
that's such a hard one to like think of. I'm so neutral on that one because it's like is it possible? Yes, but like hearing everything behind it, it's like man,
So I'm one of those people. I think we went.
yeah, that could be definitely a good one too.
I can't pinpoint where I heard it or where that from, but I watched a video or something, and like, look, film that they used back then, they like when you go through the atmosphere, caused it to.
Oh yeah,
So there was no other way to get footage of the make it.
yeah,
So I could see that idea. I do think that there's some weird stuff going on though, because like if you look at like the inner from the first go to the moon and stuff when they talking about stuff, It was like they saw some.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, I know that I don't know if you saw there was a First Man, that movie. Ryan
First
Gosling.
Man,
Yeah, Ryan Gosling plays is it
First Man. Let me pull up. Oh no, I actually haven't seen this movie yet.
dude? I definitely recommend it, but just know that it's super depressing. It will make you not want. Makes it look like space scary thing. Like
What
to
was there's another one with someone in space too. It's called like Martian. Yeah, I think that was a really good one. But that's getting a little bit out of like the, I guess, like realistic
yeah,
category.
that's uh the yeah, I want to bring up something I haven't brought up. Dude, what do you think about all this? I don't want to say like straight up pizza, but all this like talk about like almost like a celebrity pedophile ring. The last one I heard was kind of people were debating whether pedophile or not. Yeah, like I
Yeah,
don't know.
I've
I'm not
heard.
saying he is or anything. I just
Yeah, yeah,
I've
no.
heard and
I,
seen things discussing it.
yeah, I've heard a lot about it, but I've kind of just like, it's basically like the pot calling the kettle black. At the end of the day, it's like you don't know which one. You just got one person's word and you got another person's word,
Yeah,
and
I mean, but the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing is so scary.
yeah,
Like
that yeah, I heard about that one.
that's scary because there's like you could tell that there's so many people.
Yeah, no, bringing like children into a world of nowadays is like such a scary thought, man.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's starting to become more and more of a focus, which is good. I'm happy about it. But I think that child trafficking is a problem, man.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy. I remember like growing up as a kid, and it just wasn't. It wasn't like this. If I had a kid now, I'd be scared to let him go outside by himself. Like I used to run the streets. I used to ride bikes from 11 in the morning. I wouldn't
Yeah,
be home till 10 o'clock at night. I'd be at the BMX park. My dad would give me $10, and I would freaking eat a bowl of cereal in the morning, and I would go grab some ice cream at the ice cream junction uptown. I go to the skate park. I'd buy like a cheeseburger from McDonald's. I'd be home at like 8 o'clock, and I was
yeah.
like 10 years old. But nowadays, you don't see that. Like I get so sad when I drive through neighborhoods now, and like when I see like kids like playing outside in like a neighborhood, I'm instantly like, oh, like that's cool. Like that's awesome. Like that's nice because like you don't see it. And
I
growing up, I lived in a subdivision. We had a park every day. You get off the bus, and everybody would go to the park. There would be 20 to 30 of us at the park every single day in our subdivision. And growing up over time, like once I got into high school and stuff, there was I would see maybe one person, nobody there. Like you don't see kids or like it's crazy, bro.
I feel like if I see kids playing out now, like or if I see it playing outside, there's usually a parent.
Yep.
That's the time you see somebody's
Sitting on the
watching them.
porch or like right next to
Everybody's a lot
them.
more cautious now, which is good
Yeah.
because I mean, you see some of these movies. I feel
It
like
just
every
sucks that
movie
like
is
you
about,
have to feel that way. Like,
yeah, man, it sucks. Gotta
yeah,
ruin it.
pretty much. Yeah. Pretty
Yeah, no, that's scary. Like, there's uh, I didn't get too far into the pizza. I don't know if you about it. If you know, do you know watch Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan? I haven't watched him like anytime recently.
Well, you know his friend Alex Jones.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
So he got so into the Pizzagate thing. Somebody finally like drove past it, parlor place.
Yeah.
Um, so like that's why it became well known. Like,
Yeah.
but there's so much to that one, man, because they have like I saw where they were showing like the the pizza parlor, public knowledge, right? And you can see that there's like a tunnel, basement,
Yeah, I'm looking at some of
other
this stuff right now. This stuff is like nuts.
creepy stuff, man. It's a lot of like he said, she said,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Then you look at some of the stuff that they post on their, I don't know if they Instagram accounts, the there and stuff, or
Yeah.
super creepy.
Yeah, no, this stuff is
Yeah, be careful what you look up to. Careful.
Jesus.
Um, there's another
Oh,
one.
yeah.
There's a place in Oregon called Voodoo. Let's say called Voodoo. They're saying that's like another. Yeah, because the symbol for, I don't, have you seen True Detective?
No.
So the first season of Detective is all about like kids getting kidnapped and stuff, like a
Yeah.
cult, and the symbol that that cult used,
Oh, I see.
spiral,
Yeah.
and that spiral,
Yeah, no thank you.
that's like the, yeah, that is like the pedophilia.
Yeah, that's like a business ending kind of thing right there.
Yeah, well, I mean, so on TikTok, I usually post like all bio and put like an
Yeah.
bit. I had been using viral on there.
Oh, yeah.
I started reading about that stuff again, hearing about it, and I was like, I don't want to.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Um, yeah. Every time I see
Yeah.
on 9/11, I just see your eyes get all big. You're like,
That
I
one's crazy
start.
too, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot to that one. Um, I don't know,
Before I
man.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know, but also I feel like all the facts don't really add up to it just being a normal thing, just a normal crash and, causing the damage that it did.
So one of the big things about it, I don't really get in. I don't really care about like, oh, jet fuel can't melt steel beams or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But I tend to focus on the whole United 90 part of it. So
Yeah.
United 93 was one where like said that they hijackers had control of the plane, they were gonna fly it to the pen, and the people passengers banded together and like stopped stopped them and then tried to like
Yeah.
crashing in that.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, there was a lot of made a movie called United 93, all kinds of stuff, got a lot of, there was a lot made about it. And one thing that they focus on a lot is that they had cell phones and they called their loved ones by, right?
Yeah.
You tried to call on a cell phone today while
Yeah,
flying.
you
You
can't get
can't
service.
do it. The towers moving so fast that the towers can't pick up your signal long enough for you to make a phone call.
Yeah.
So why the hell is that even a thing? Like, why is that? You know what I mean? That to me, like that's a huge
Yeah.
eyebrow raiser. That's one of the things. I don't know.
So
To me, it just sounds like
who
too perfect of a
who do you think shot it down then?
dude. I mean, they said that they had like scrambled. I can't remember what they still use. What did F-18?
Uh,
Anyways, you get what I'm saying.
yeah.
Um, so I know because the Coast Guard has a airborne or an air interdiction program. Like they'll launch a helicopter, basically like orbit around them and sign that says being air interdicted. Follow
Yeah.
us to land, or like deadly force will be
Yeah.
used, and then they basically do that until F-22 show up.
Yeah.
Um, So I guarantee you, man, because if anything flies into space or flying towards, you know,
Yeah, they
a
don't play
big
games with
government
it.
building, they
They
don't.
yeah.
They're
There's no
ready to
if, ands,
shoot that.
or
Yeah,
buts.
they're ready to shoot.
Yeah, not at all.
Oh, I don't know, man. Not only that, I mean, you look at some of the pictures, like it's like nothing left of the damn thing. You,
Yeah, I
you
got
want,
this.
yeah, you look at pictures of planes that have crashed, and you can tell that a plane crashed there. Whereas this, there's like nothing left. Like it got blown
Yep.
up, and I mean, they always talk about how they found pieces super far away, and the only thing that happened is if it broke into pieces. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
So
as
I
if
don't know, man.
yeah.
I don't know a whole lot about like the physics of a. Makes sense to me.
Yeah. It's typically planes don't explode.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
Like
not they're
what
made
kind of
not
shit would have to go wrong for a plane to explode in
yeah,
the
they're like
air?
everything's like internal combustion, so
Yeah,
there's like no reason a plane should explode.
dude. Hey, that's what we should talk about. That brings up what do you have you ever thought about spontaneous combustion?
What about it?
Like, dude, have you ever looked into it? Like, it's a valid cause of death that they can put on a death certificate. Spontaneous combustion. People just like burst into flames. They don't know why.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
there's all kinds of theories about why it happens, but they usually find like literally just like a bunch of like ash and some bones and stuff, and like nothing around it. Like literally just like the person themselves, like person of, and then like, dude, they don't know why, but it is a valid. You can look it up. It's on people's death certificate.
No.
I'm telling you, dude, it sounds
I'm not
crazy,
looking it up.
but
I'm not with you.
I looked into a bunch of stuff on it. I'm like,
No, Danny, you're on
no,
some next
dude,
level
I'm
stuff
telling you,
right
look
now.
it up, man. Spontaneous combustion. Not as crazy as it
No,
sounds.
I'm not looking it up.
All right,
Just
stay
your
closed
level of
minded.
enthusiasm right now?
Because I'm trying to think of different stuff to talk about. I feel like I always talk about the series, but there was another one, dude. There not spontaneous combustion, but there was I forgot. I want to say it was some place near like Italy. They had I want to say it was in the early 2000s. There was a couple of weeks where people were filming that it was happening and people all over the news, and they had like scientists come out to investigate it, but there was random fires starting all for like no goddamn reason.
Yeah.
Like somebody literally would just like walk inside and their freaking refrigerator looks like it's been set on fire. There was all
I'm
kinds of
not
theories.
I'm not with that one.
Well, check this out. So they studied it, tried to figure out what it was, couldn't figure it out, and then it stopped. Okay, so like people's okay, so definitely people could have faked certain ones. Like you know what?
Yeah.
I want to get on the news. It's like that their I don't know that
Fridge
their
on
couch on
fire.
fire, right? But it all of a sudden just stopped. News was still like trying to figure out. They're reporting how like the scientists were flying around and they said that the scientists were using equipment and picking up like electromagnetic waves and stuff that were not
Yeah.
normal. So that made people think like, oh, aliens or something, right? And then so it stopped. And I think a couple weeks later it started again and they caught some dude running around fire. But um they said that at the time that the first ones happened, that guy was not in the country else
I heard
odd or
about that
something.
one.
So you did hear about that one.
Yeah, I heard about
I
that one.
forgot what it's called, man, but it was super weird. Like there's all kinds of questions like
The only way I could think of like spontaneous combustion is if somehow you could like output a certain level of like frequency to
I'm gonna
just
look it up.
cause like a numerous amount of like vibration in an object or something.
I'm tired of like spontaneous combustion. Ignition is a type of combustion which is self-heat. Okay, I get what it is.
Yeah.
Can
That's what I was saying, like
can a person really spontaneously combust? For well over a century, some have claimed that people suddenly and put into a bomb. phenomenon has been called spontaneous human combustion. Popular book is a valid cause of death that can.
It's freaking
Telling you,
nuts.
dude. I don't know if that's in the U.S. or I just know that like I watched some videos on it. And, like people were like, yeah, I came home and my dad's corpse was just like somebody set him on fire. Well,
That's some out of pocket voodoo slash technology then.
see, typically police or fire investigators find burned corpses, but no burn, and usually that is a clue that it's spontaneous combustion.
Spontaneous combustion. That's nuts.
How many cases of a spontaneous combustion? More than 200 supposed cases was identified as of 2013. Hmm.
So as far as that goes, like conspiracies or theories or something, how do you feel about like not mythological, but like historical like creatures such as like Bigfoot, giant squid, megalodon,
Um.
Loch Ness monster?
I mean, I could see how. I mean, they've talked about how like they're giant sailors, but as far as like the Loch Ness monster, I don't know, man.
I'm a 50-50 on it because I know that the depth of the ocean is a whole nother world in its own.
Yeah,
So
but we're talking about a lake,
yeah, that is true.
and then Bigfoot. If Bigfoot was real, I don't think there's.
Yeah,
I mean, I do get the whole idea that like the Pacific Northwest, so
yeah,
much of the forest there has not been. Like it's ridiculous how much forest hasn't
yeah,
been. Like, I'm too scared to go in that far. You know what I mean? Lost and you're get eaten by a freaking mountain lion.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know, man. Uh, that's so weird. There's definitely been stories throughout time of like, giant ass.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about the chupacabra? Goat sucker?
Oh,
Hey,
he's
goat,
real.
the goat sucker. Oh, you think he's
That's
real?
real. I think he's real. Just like the Kukui. Do you think the Kukui is real?
What's the cuckoo?
You have to look it up.
Not looking. Explain to me. What's the cuckoo?
Yeah, dude, it like hides under your bed, and it's like it's basically a Spanish version of the boogeyman.
I'm gonna be like, nah, I don't believe in it, and it's gonna show up tonight.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
what I'm
kidding.
saying. That's what I'm saying. You can't like say you don't
uh,
because
what's it called? One that I grew up in a border town, Arizona. So I had a lot of friends growing up who were like full blood Mexican.
yeah.
I'm a quarter Hispanic, but I always had friends growing up that talked about La
Oh, La
Lloydas.
Llorona.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the lady that like drowned her kid.
yeah, that story is absolutely insane too, dude.
So there's a bridge,
Nope.
a little
Nope. No thanks.
stuff like that. I don't know.
I
How do
don't
you?
believe in too much paranormal, but I also don't I don't try to oppose it because
You're afraid
it's
something's
already
gonna happen
scary.
to you.
Yeah, it's already scary enough to begin with, but I don't believe it, but I don't even wanna even feel like there's an instance that I have to believe it, so
I mean, I have friends who've said they've seen stuff, and most of them, I'm like, they don't have any reason.
yeah, yeah.
So it's. I will say that it does seem like a lot of people that I talk to that have stuff. It usually turns out that like they're in an area where like a lot of native
Oh, like burial
get
grounds
burial
and stuff,
grounds and
yeah.
stuff. I do think there's some.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt
Don't
that
know,
either.
man. I wouldn't want to. You if you were like, all right, you can either have this
Like the
Okay,
pet
that's
cemetery?
like okay. If somebody was like, "Hey, man, you get a house for free, get this like badass mansion, but it's on an Indian burial ground," like for sure. Like there's straight up definitely bodies living still under it. Or you get a house that's all right, you know, like it's an average house, like a huge yard and everything,
Yeah.
and no burial ground. You know what I mean? I guess that's not a
Long
question.
story short, anything
Would you?
that has a
Well,
burial
yeah,
ground on it, you wouldn't take it.
yeah. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Just with more words, not sounding as
Yeah.
smart about it. But yeah. If somebody was like, "Hey, you can have this $1 million house for free," no, you just have to live in it for sure, but it's burial ground, I would definitely be like, "Oh, I don't know, man." You
I would
know,
take it. I'd take it, and
I would probably take it, but
I would
I would
hire
definitely be
somebody from
paranoid.
every, like, religion just to come in and just, like
I would hire, yeah, you like hire
it's like
planes to.
yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't think I would be able to sleep as well knowing that
The worst part,
burial ground under
is,
me.
like, even if there wasn't any such thing, right, just the paranoia alone in itself from,
Yeah,
like, any obscure noises, you could literally just, like it would just automatically point to it's the burial ground, like,
yeah. I like yeah. Any noise, I'd be like, oh damn, poltergeist.
pretty much.
Um. Okay, so you're not really into paranormal stuff. So I believe there is a. I want to say, yeah, but there's like some scientist that he will give like a couple $100,000. Then
Yeah.
again, that's all subjective. Not going to not going to say that somebody brought him something. Nah, that ain't.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah, I don't know, man. I've never. I don't think I've really experienced. I couldn't find a logical reason happening.
Yeah, that's how I am. I use logic for everything.
I mean, when something does go bump in the night, I totally do. It's Paranormal Activity 7 that I'm
Yeah,
living in.
dude. I still don't mess with the lights off, I'm not gonna lie.
Uh, I can't remember. There's like a famous quote. It was like, uh, "Man is not scared of the dark." There,
Yeah. I 100% don't mess with the dark.
yeah, dude. I mean, yeah. If all the lights are off and I have to go get, like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
half
I'll
asleep, you're
do it
seeing
though, but
shit.
my girlfriend's, like, bad about it. It'll be, like, bedroom light, hallway light, bathroom light, living room light, kitchen.
Oh, like you wake up and you just gotta turn all the lights on.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like it literally has to, like, make a trail, like, you a little bit of light leading into, like, the living room is not enough to, like, go out to the living room and then, like, turn the living room on and go into the kitchen.
Uh, does have any? Arizona has like,
I don't think so. I mean, we have, the urban legend of the water, you know? Yeah, you know what's going on with the water? Like,
oh, are you talking
the
about?
water that's the only myth/legend I can think of right now.
Okay, explain exactly. I have an idea.
Uh, like, apparently, like, they found, like, an excess amount of, like, lead, like, in their water systems or whatnot.
Okay, yeah, and is that from fracking or something? That
That
just
I would think it's from fracking, but, I mean, it's, like, a pretty substantial amount, though, from what I've heard.
uh,
So it's almost like somebody, like, put it there, but
dude. So there was a movie that just came out. It's got Mark Ruffalo in it. That
yeah.
plays the Hulk, right?
Yep.
It's called Dark Waters.
No, that sounds good, though.
So it's super good. It's about this guy, lawyer, company that a big company that does all kinds of stuff, industrial.
Yeah.
and gets a he gets a some reason he ends up going to check out what this guy's complaining. Farmer talking about how all his cows keep dying, and that he gets his water from the lake or river. I can't remember. I can't remember where it takes. Some place in like
Yeah.
but basically he's like, yeah, like the cows drink the water, we drink the water, like cows are like going crazy, and like literally in the movie, like a talking, and a cow goes nuts and tries to like come at one of them.
What the
Cow, like they're getting like mad cow disease water, and it turns out that what was getting put in the water was whatever company that invented Teflon.
Yeah.
That stuff apparently, like cancer, and they were
Jesus.
dumping like they renamed whatever it was that Teflon
Yeah.
that to you, and then because they renamed it, like, oh, they stopped using it. So it turned out they were freaking dumping like leftover Teflon waste as water. Got cancer.
Jesus.
Yeah, but they found out that like that whole town, the cancer rate
That's called
hundred
dark water?
dark waters, yeah,
Dark
like
waters.
hundredfold what like cancer rate lawsuit. But the thing that was crazy was the lawyer that was supposed to for that company decided to go. It
Yeah, I'm
reminded me a lot of Zodiac, where like this
yeah.
guy just gets obsessed, almost conspiracy.
Yeah, Imma have to watch that for sure.
Yeah, this is a good
Yeah,
one,
I got
man. Definitely recommend it.
yeah,
Mark,
definitely, yeah.
Mark Ruffalo killed.
He's a good actor too.
He was in Zodiac also. He played the cop in that one.
Ah, I think I think he did actually. Yeah. Wait. No, it was, freaking that Tone
No, Robert
what's
Downey
it
Jr.
yeah.
played a reporter, but Mark
Oh,
Ruffalo,
yeah, Mark
like,
Ruffalo was in it.
yeah,
What?
dude, that's a really badass movie. That is a
That was a good movie. That movie's nuts. The Zodiac Killer? It was, David Fincher.
yeah, dude, David Fincher. I love David Fincher. There's that show, Mindhunter. Watch that one.
No, but I've actually heard extremely good things about it.
So they delayed the third season, possibly. It's kind of like a definite hold. David Fincher time. I guess mine cares so much does it.
Yeah.
But it's basically about how the FBI started to identify patterns in the 70s.
Oh, yeah, I've
Yeah,
heard
so
about
it's
that.
just them interviewing serial killers and then trying to use serial killer murder.
Yeah.
Super good, man. Super fleshed out characters. Um,
Yeah, I've had that on, like, my to watch, but I just haven't, like, got to it yet.
I love David Fincher's style. I love the
Have
way
you
that
heard
like
of
his. Go ahead.
a TV show called Dark?
Yeah, that's a time travel one. Is
Yeah, that one's, like, nuts. That
that
one's, like
different language, like German?
yeah, you can do an English voice overlay on it,
This
but
bothers
it's
me too.
like
I know their
oh,
mouths aren't.
that was the first show I've ever watched with a voice overlay that I was okay with watching.
Didn't they come out with
It
the
was
last
actually
season?
yep, they just came out with a new season. It was actually really good, like, it's
Make your head
oh, the
hurt?
yeah, it makes your head hurt, yes. The best way I can explain something to you is imagine this, right? You have 2 neighbors, neighbor A and neighbor B. Neighbor A's son goes missing, ends up traveling back in the future. This isn't, like, any spoiling really anything. So neighbor A's son goes missing and ends up going back in the future. Neighbor B is trying to find the son, can't find the son, goes back in the future to find neighbor A, like, figures out how to go back, And the way they go about it is actually like it's not real, obviously, but it's a pretty realistic way. It's not just like oh poof, like go back 40 years. But the way they explain it and you like go about the phenomenon of it is like it's pretty cool. And it almost makes you think like, dang, like it's not real, but like that's a pretty real way to explain it. But neighbor B goes back in the future and finds neighbor A. And he goes to grab neighbor A and bring him back to the future. Well, neighbor B has his future self grab him before he grabs the neighbor that went back into the future and stop him. And it's himself. But from the
Gotcha.
this is
What you saying?
yeah, this is him from the future, but in the past with his future past self. And the guy doesn't let him bring neighbor A back because if he brings neighbor like his neighbor back, neighbor B that went to look for him will never be born.
What the hell? Okay, that's making my brain hurt just thinking about it. But I have to go check it out.
Yeah, he
There's
would
too many
never
things for
be
me to watch, but
yeah, he would have never been born. So neighbor A ends up getting left in that timeline
yeah.
to grow up. And like it shows pictures and stuff and people like start going back and like looking at timelines. And it's crazy because it's like you have like the real timeline and you're looking at photos like oh this person was just here like we have photos of us growing up together. But then like you'll look at like back in the timeline like from like 20 years back and you'll see the person that was just in the photo with you like 20 years ago, but it's the same person, like the same age and everything, and you're like, what? It's crazy.
Trippy, man.
It's a crazy, like trippy, like huge, like theory, like kind
What
of
do you think
movie.
about time travel? You think it's possible?
Um, as of right now, like no, I don't think so.
So there's theories that
Easily potentially that, but at our level of like instance, there's no way. Like I think we have the technology to do so.
have you seen like the pictures? They say like, oh, this is a time the 19
Yeah, yeah.
like there's the famous one always debated where like it's an old like silent film and you see the lady walk by and it looks like a cell phone.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but they say like it might have been like a hearing aid or
yeah.
she's like talking to
I've seen
herself.
like that too.
Crazy lady happened to be. There's all kinds of
Yeah.
um there's people who like always claim that they're from the future. They get recognized for it is because they get it right.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, if you don't believe I'm Rockets are gonna get playoffs, and then I don't know
Oh
anything. I don't know anything about basketball.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying? Like they'll say something like that, and it'll kind
yeah,
it's like, damn it, don't give that nut job any
yeah, yeah. I know.
attention. But yeah, no, it's interesting to think about like different.
Yep, I agree.
I am also one of those people who thinks that like tomorrow we could wake up and somebody, hey, we figured it out. Got somebody to travel to another dimension,
Oh
and then
yeah, I
just
definitely
everything
don't think.
changes.
I think it'd just be something that just snaps in an instance, like just happens out of like nowhere.
Well, I mean, what do you think would happen if all of a sudden aliens showed up and were like, hey, we're real?
That'd be crazy.
Think it would be chaos, or do you, I don't know, because there
It's such a
was
mix because the world is pretty like as far as like people's like reactions to certain things or like level of ability to like withstand like certain like struggles or like events because of like everything that's happened in history or like in the given amount of time, the world's pretty like I kind of would say kind of numb. So I think we'd be extremely shocked and surprised, but I don't think it would be the reaction that maybe people were assuming would be given from like the 50s per se, like if aliens were real when people were like hunting their lives for them and losing their minds
yeah.
supposedly.
Um. So if I remember correctly, I think it was Accord, right? Is that the one right after World War? Like, all right, we're not gonna
Yeah, I
Cold
think
War
so. Yep.
started. I think it was. I think it was Stalin. Anyways, it was like our president and some other people. They say that like there's people who said that they heard this conversation, right? Like who knows? He said she's, but they're saying that the conversation was like what would happen. I think it was like if talking out of my ass again. If aliens showed up and were like hostile, would stall like he was like would you help us out? Like would we band together? And they absolutely, if that happened, we would all like unite, put our
Yeah.
differences aside. Um, so that's interesting. Showed up one, we're taking over. You know,
Yeah.
like all would be like Independence Day. Human.
I mean, that would be the hope.
I mean, there's people out there who have the theory that like the government's gonna do something like fake an alien. That's more like flat Earth talk. You
Yeah, yeah.
seen the let's see, get off the talk. Um, so what are some goals that you have in life? Things you want?
Whew,
I
that's
know
a
it's
deep
kind of
one.
weird going from like a conspiracy.
Honestly, like, I don't know. I just want to be successful and like have kids at a good age, have a good career, and just be able to basically like set my family. I grew up like pretty like paycheck to paycheck, bouncing all over. You know, I've been to like a dozen different schools. I've seen my mom arrested a half a dozen times, fights, deaths, gunshots. So I honestly just want to grow up and like be able to bring a family into the world and like allow them to have like that prospering like childhood in life that I never got. And that's honestly, it's like weird or simple as it sounds. That's my biggest like want or goal is just to have a prosperous life and to be successful at what I do so that I can show my family, my brother, my sister, and you know future kids that like you can do the same thing. Like
Okay.
just a lot of people go about the things like, oh, you grew up in like in the rough BS, so you're just gonna be in the rough BS like your whole life. Like that's not, you know, how it always is.
So I totally have the same mindset. There was I'm thinking about reaching out to this Mark Clark
Yeah, I've heard of
TikTok.
him.
You heard about the whole thing that happened with him.
Yep.
So if I was Mark Clark, I would feel like that is something really cool. Like change somebody's life, dude.
Yeah. I can't believe that happened. That's literally absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's amazing to see.
Yeah, just change somebody's life overnight, literally.
I mean, to not even like I don't know how many guy basically like the guy that he TikTok about.
Yep. His next live
That's
had like 3,000 people in it or something like that.
go from like
Yeah.
I would do much for me.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that is like something so selfless.
I agree. No, I mean, I think yeah, it's selfless. It's a selfless action.
Stuff like
No,
that, man.
he's
Faith in
using
humanity.
his like, accomplishments to basically, hopefully, help others.
I
That's the
mean, I
best.
definitely want some of the. I definitely want to do more charities and stuff. I'm planning one for the. I think it's gonna be. I was thinking about doing cancer like research. Was found Chadwick, but
Yeah.
um, the last one I did, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and seeing people get behind a cause like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see people turn out to support.
Oh, absolutely.
I really, I think in because to do it right, they like get in touch with the foundation, stuff like that. You gotta have a couple weeks
Oh, yeah.
there and promote it right. I mean like I got some tubs of G Fuel. The buy one get one free summer thing
Yeah.
sale just to give
Yeah, that'd be a good idea too.
to see because I was when I did the first one, I couldn't believe how up for it.
Yeah.
It wasn't about me. Maybe you want to do
Yeah, no, that's
and
good.
then Gator did the one that was taps.
No.
So they're a foundation for families that like lose a parent.
Oh, okay, okay.
He showed some videos during the podcast. Some of the so rough,
Yeah.
something like he did like a. I did a 6.
Oh, that'd be good.
Definitely want to try and start it earlier so that I can get people from the UK and
Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I have a lot of people from the UK that are like, yeah, man, like I stay up 1 in the morning, watch you hang
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, one of my best guys that are in there, like, every day is, like, from the UK. I got a person that or well, 2 from Australia and 1 from UK, and 1 from Czechoslovakia, and 1 from like, there's, like, in there every time, no matter what.
People in Australia, I'm like, damn, how's tomorrow? Because they're like, it's a
Yeah,
different day.
it's, like, 3 o'clock, like,
Yeah,
2, 3 in the morning, and it's, like, when I'm going live, it's crazy.
crazy. Pop in, I live in what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
there's I've had a couple people say that they're on like a
Oh, that's cool too.
really cool. I think coming out and talking about stuff definitely made a difference. I think it's veterans. I know there's a lot of. I thought about making a YouTube video about it, about Terry becoming a content creator.
Yeah.
Um, because there's definitely things that I hadn't done, set myself up like
Yeah.
if I can spread some knowledge, chase that dream, prepared for it when they get out in that rough spot. Like,
Oh, yeah, 100%.
yeah, I mean the amount of military people that have had reach out and say like, "Hey, man, I'm far like kids," and definitely do.
Yeah.
I mean, my girlfriend
I
gets mad at me sometimes 'cause she's like, "Just stop thinking about work." And I'm like, "I can't. I just like so much."
Yeah, I agree.
Even just trying to figure out like what charity foundation to get ideas.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
'cause
have to write
you
stuff.
can yeah, you can take it so many different directions with whatever everything.
I have to write it. Um, yeah, man, I would totally be down. I mean, for an 8 hour stream, it'd be really cool to get to play with.
Yeah.
Definitely reach out to you for.
Yeah,
Um,
man, just let me know.
yeah, I think we did like what 2.
Yeah. Well, we're almost at 3 actually.
Yeah, man. Is there anything else you want to talk about? I feel like I asked.
Uh, no, I definitely wanna start, like, playing some, like, trying to play some games and stuff, man, stream, because I don't really co-stream with any people, I pretty much just
Yeah, I've tried collabing with people that I didn't get to know first. Started kind of action. It didn't go as well as I'd hoped. Sometimes, I think
yeah.
sitting down and talking to somebody in a podcast just takes the eye top into it.
Yeah, so it's not like awkward.
Yeah, you're not sitting there like, so where are you from, man? Getting shot at, like
Yeah, exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, man. That's um. So I put all your social medias on here. I put TikTok, Twitch, Twitter.
No, that should be good, man.
I have a YouTube.
No, I've been wanting to start one, but like you said, it's just like with me just starting school full time too. I'm just like,
Yeah,
oh,
man. I
like
totally get it.
I rolled in. I started school from at 9 o'clock this morning, and then I finished around 3:30, and then we started this around 4. So I've been at this chair for like almost 10 effing hours.
Sorry.
No, no, you're good, you're good. But everybody always asks me like, "Oh, dude, like when are you gonna try to do YouTube?" I'm like, when I get time.
All right, man. Well, I enjoyed talking to you. I'd love to have you on again, time in the
Yeah,
future.
dude, for sure.
Uh, I don't think I've had a guest on that I was like, hey, like everybody I've talked to is. I try to if there's anybody that you look up to as a streamer or somebody that you get along with really well, and you think
Yeah, I got you for sure.
it's very time consuming to like go. I don't want to say scout, but like
And
people.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, like Big Rob Energy. I had him on, and he recommended Bad Bear Gamer, and yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah.
They know Mark, or I think Bad Bear knows Mark Clark. So hopefully, I think I meet like
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
it's a smaller community. Yeah, there's
Oh,
not
yeah.
that. I mean, you have to think you're already past like I think they say that 95% mean people.
Yeah.
So yeah, once you're in that top 5%,
Yeah.
not that many people.
No, it's really not, like
And I definitely I'm still working on the best way to reach out to people. I tried like just hopping his and be like, hey Ben, how you doing? Do you see hop
yeah.
in another time like on a podcast? And um yeah, thanks for being cool and chill, man.
Yeah, no,
Talk to
anytime, anytime. Be
on
be Yeah, no, bro, before we go, what's your favorite foods?
favorite foods.
Yeah,
Okay, you want to end on
I
that?
tell people when they come in my chat real quick, I'm like, "Alright,"
That's your
like, when I
thing.
try to get
Okay.
to know people, I'm what's your favorite foods?" Like, it's gonna tell me a lot about you.
So, dude, I mean, like I said, I'm from a border town, Mexico. My grandma made Mexican. I could eat Mexican
I could devour Mexican food though.
so good, dude.
I made, like I
I'm
made enchiladas last night, dude, like,
honest, man.
I made
It,
enchiladas with salsa verde, and I was just like, "Oh."
I'm very judgmental when people are like, "Oh yeah, you have to have this Mexican restaurant. It's so
Yeah.
good. Like it's so authentic." Stuff. I'm like, dude, what is this Americanized?
Oh, I know, dude, I agree with you. I
But
agree 100%.
good ones here. And not only that, I've been most of my deployments when I was on the boat were to Mexico. So I've had so much like full Mexico.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Oh
I'm so jealous.
yeah, it's hard for me to. But about you,
Oh, I would the
Mexican
same
food,
thing.
right on,
Yeah,
dude.
Mexican food, like enchiladas are like 100% hands down my favorite. But then like a good quesadilla, like if you get a good like, and they're using like the OXO cheese,
Yeah, I know.
and the carne, bro, that's just where it's at right there. But then I love like it's definitely like Mexican food, mac and cheese, and
Love pizza.
yeah, I was actually mac and cheese, Mexican food, and pizza. But I just started recently eating like barbecue chicken pizza, and I like can't stop eating it. It's one of my favorites. It's so delicious.
I think my girlfriend likes to get the like frozen pizza, like the
Yeah.
taste very similar. It's like about as close to the Costco. Uh,
Uh, yeah, the food mart thing.
yeah, the
I
food
haven't
like
I
they're
I
made
haven't
to order.
tried. We were actually just there the other day, and I told my girlfriend, I was like, "You know what? Like, I really wanna get a Costco pizza, like, sometime."
So they have this come in packs of 4 frozen pizza. Tastes pretty damn cool
Damn.
frozen pizza. And then my girlfriend told my girlfriend I really want some. I don't want like some crappy ass like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
She
yeah.
found some like some Costco. If I need some all happy.
Dude, if you have an air fryer, the air fryer is the wave.
Yeah. So I've been thinking.
We use our air fryer. We got it, like, over a year ago, 7 days a week. Like, I don't even use a stove. Like, last night, I made enchiladas, right? I made them in the air fryer.
The hell, fried enchilada.
No, you don't fry them, it's air. There's no
Yeah,
fry, there's no oils.
but you're still making them like crispy, right?
Yeah, it gets kinda crispy, and then what I do is I put it in the microwave with, like, a damp cloth, heat it up for around a minute, and that creates moisture, and that softens it up, but it's still, like, a crunchy texture. Put my salsa verde on there, Chihuahua cheese, queso fresco, whatever, whatever, and you got enchiladas in literally 8 minutes.
All right, I'm picking about you.
The air fryer is the way, dude. We make everything in the air fryer.
My mom has one.
Cookies, like, it's crazy.
Oh, they're a lot.
Exactly, yeah, with us, like, always moving and, like, on the go with our schedules, like, the difference between, like, preheating an oven, heating the stovetop, doing the dishes, eating, that's like an hour evolution.
Yeah.
Air air fryer, 10 to 15 minutes to make, 5 minutes to clean up, 5 minutes to eat. It literally cuts, like, dinner times in half. It's crazy. Yeah, you gotta look into the movie I told you about too. Oh, you already forgot. Uh, Paralyzed or Paranoid?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Parasite.
Parasite, yeah.
I'm sure I'm on Voodoo a lot, so
Yeah, it's a crazy movie.
all right, man. Well, like I said, it was great talking to you, man.
Yeah, man,
Definitely have to.
anytime.
I feel like I connected with you now that I know you like Mexican too. So
I was gonna throw out, like, basic mac and cheese and pizza, and then when you said Mexican food, I was like, "Yes."
yeah, man. If you ever come out to the LA area, we'll go get some good.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. Alright, well, you have a good night, Danny. I'll see you, man.
You too, man. Have fun with the grind, man. It's fun. It's hard work, but it's fun.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.